Today's episode of The Read is being brought to you by Talkspace. If you're looking into a great method of self-care that's going to be effective and convenient, then check out Talkspace. It's the only therapy company that makes it easy for you to reach out to an online therapist and at your own convenience. So sign up today and get a special $30 discount towards your first month by going to Talkspace.com/read or use the app and enter promo code READ, Talkspace, therapy for how we live today. Now let's move on.
Hey y'all, this week's episode of The Read is also brought to you by St. Martin's Press, publisher of the hot new novel in the New York Times bestselling Prada Plan series, The Prada Plan 5, written by the so-called queen of street literature, Ashley Antoinette. Pain, pleasure, love, and hate. Ashley Antoinette brings it all as her character Yaya struggles to hold it together before life blows up in her face. So find out why Essence magazine calls Ashley Antoinette's novels intense. Read The Prada Plan. It's addictive and raw and will leave you breathless. The Prada Plan by Ashley Antoinette, available wherever books are sold. And let's start the show.
Wow, that was really scary. And if you don't mind me saying, if that don't work, your breath will certainly get the job done. Because you definitely need some Tic Tacs or something, because your breath stinks. That was super easy.
Did Martin say that?
Nope.
Damn.
Close in terms of the comics.
Not Martin. Eddie Murphy.
Yep. It's right there. It's right there.
Shrek.
Yep. That's
Shrek. Yeah. I'm actually celebrating. I knew it was. I heard a black man saying it in a real sassy tone of voice.
How could you not hear a black man saying that?
This black man loved to call somebody stank breath. That's your favorite insult.
That was actually a really, really funny movie. I don't know if I had to have been a teenager, like mid-teens by the time the first Shrek came out. I was still open to seeing animated movies and stuff like that. I just didn't expect to be like laughing my ass off in the theater the way that my whole family was. That movie was great.
Yeah, it is. Still excellent. So.
All right. So welcome back to The Read. I am Princess Fiona.
Okay. I'll be Simone Biles.
And this is The Read. Welcome back.
That's it.
It was an interesting weekend.
Oh, Lord.
I guess we can get to that later.
Miami shenanigans.
But let's just go ahead and get started. I'm challenging us to actually doing this underneath an hour and a half.
Yeah, me too, because the Blackish finale is tonight. I need to get home.
I wasn't even considering that. I'm just tired of being here for 2 hours. But
and we don't be talking about nothing.
Exactly. So let's get right to it. Black Excellence this week, I'm going to give it right on out to all of the students at Bethune-Cookman,
yes,
who decided to let Big Toe Betsy know that we're not here for her shenanigans, her ignorance, and all of her foolishness. The nerve of you and anybody at Bethune who allowed that wench to come into that goddamn fucking that graduation ceremony and speak to any students about school, which she knows nothing about it, much less all the bullshit she had to say about HBCUs specifically. So pioneers of school choice. What?
Like niggas went to HBCUs because they wanted a choice.
Now, I know you and your people know a lot about the pioneers. But it's this school choice thing.
And they gave her an honorary doctorate from Bethune-Cookman. Oh, no.
Gross.
Garbage, trash administration.
Ugh.
Right?
Like, how could you?
And I was going to talk about it in my read, but then how you going to interrupt everybody booing her to be like, oh, we going to mail your diplomas if y'all simmer down.
They're like, that's fine.
Nigga, they mail every diploma,
like,
right?
Duh, stupid.
I still have my degree, so... Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
You had to put it in the mail. Like, every college and university mails out. Nobody gets their real one at graduation. It's like an honorary rolled up piece of paper. Like it's anyway.
This shit could just say you got punked on the inside.
It's the emptiest thread.
Like right.
Like oh no, it's not like you can revoke my degree, my nigga.
Sit down.
And y'all gonna be turning around in 6 months talking about alumni. We need your donations. We need your money. We need your support. Da, da, da. But you just shit on us for Betsy's bitch ass. Ugh. You know what? Let me not even. But yeah, shout out to those kids for not taking it.
She looks like a broken tortilla chip, like the kinds that,
all right,
like, you know, like the bag is already half full of air, and then like you open it up, and when you get like towards the middle of it, like you're praying you get a full chip, but then you only get the jagged broken one.
But you still, I mean, sometimes you eat them, sometimes you're fed up.
Yeah, because you're hoping that, you know, at least, I'm paying for it. I spent all of my money, you know, let me just at least try the best I can.
I just cannot, man, of all the fucking people to bring to your graduation. Ugh. So yeah, fuck Betsy.
Well, this week in Sick Sad World, let me see. Okay. Pointless, hilarious, scandalous.
Oh shit.
All right, let's start with the 2 pointless. American Idol's coming back. The thing that annoys me the most about this, is the way that they're wording the announcement, like American Idol being revived, American Idol is coming back, the return, the comeback. It was on last year.
I was going to say, it wasn't that long ago that this was on the air. And didn't it get canceled because nobody was watching it? So what happened in 12 months to make y'all feel like...
I'm so tired. Like, I honestly feel like I should sue because... they got my hopes up, and I'm thinking, okay, finally, you know, the universe is doing something right. We're done with American Idol. It's been enough. I'm so tired.
Right.
Only for a year. Like, you didn't even let it cool off.
I think I barely even noticed that it wasn't on TV anymore.
American Idol is a listener letter ass bitch because this motherfucker decided that they want to just like, oh, I'm so like over it and independent and I don't need to be on TV, and came right the fuck back 2 seconds later.
Like, oh, hey, y'all, I was just playing. I miss my man. If Blue Ivy's not a judge, I'm not watching this. So
you're not watching it.
You're damn right.
They don't have enough money.
So what are they gonna do with it? Is it going back on Fox? ABC?
I guess it's going back on ABC. They're saying that Kelly Clarkson is like at the list of possible judges. Like, ooh, look, the first winner is gonna be the new judge. I don't care. And this is the problem with that show, is that they have, after people stopped giving a fuck about the actual talent, which was, I don't know, maybe Jordan Sparks after that. I don't know. Like
somewhere around the Jordan Sparks.
Was Carrie Underwood after or before Jordan?
Way before. I think Carrie Underwood was like fourth season or so. Like, Carrie's been around for a minute.
I feel like Jordan was probably like after Jordan. Because I think
Jordan was even after, what's her name? Loud, but she sings really well.
Fantasia.
The other one.
Jennifer?
Yes.
Jennifer never won.
No, but I'm saying it was after like her season.
But Jennifer and Fantasia won the same season.
No, I'm saying Jennifer and Fantasia were before Jordan.
Yeah,
like, I feel like Jordan
definitely
was.
I think Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson were on like the 3rd season.
And I remember that big. Whichever season that was, it was a good one.
But it was really early. Yes, it was.
It was a good
very,
one.
very early. But anyway, definitely way before the like 10th season, everybody was full and well over it. And I think this is going to be what, season 16 or something, or 15. I don't know. But
watching it.
I just don't care. And they kept making it about the judges instead of the contestants.
Right, the voices.
And Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey fighting. And then here's Jennifer Lopez, and look how gorgeous she is. And look who else it is. And oh my goodness, Paula
Steven
Abdul can't stand up. Right. It's just whatever.
Paula Abdul is drunk again.
So I guess that's where they're going with this again, and I just don't give a fuck. And I won't be watching it, and I'm so tired, and I know I'm going to have to hear about it every single week because people who like actually sing still be watching it, and they go for their favorite one because they love the art and the technicalities of the vocals and all of that shit, and they loved. And I know 800,000 singers in real life. So I'm going to have to hear about this shit regardless, and I'm so devastated.
Well, somebody you know is going to know somebody who's on that show.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen.
Absolutely. Or sang back up one time with them together and either liked or don't like the bitch.
Oh, I did a set with her at SOBs once in 2013. That's definitely going to be a thing. I just think we as a society are over the whole audition for a record contract, reality TV format. I just think we're over it. It had its moment in the early 2000s and now it's gone. Like, that show hasn't produced an actual success story and I don't even know how long.
I can't tell you.
So Should have just let it die as far as I'm concerned.
And I don't care which one of these singing black queens you put up there and try to lure me in, because the last time I fell for that shit, I got LaPortia Renee. And you see where that went.
Actually, don't, because I don't know who that is. And
LaPortia Renee was one of the performers on, I feel like it was the last season of American Idol, that I enjoyed very much. And then she decided to, speak and give her opinion on things.
No, what she started talking about All Lives Matter
gays
or something?
and,
no.
But like,
I don't
she can keep it.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I just Googled her and I didn't. Oh, apparently she has a new album out.
Yeah, I don't care.
Already. Oh, sis. Okay, well.
Also making pointless returns, Irv Gotti has announced on Instagram that he is reviving Murder Inc. Records.
Oh, no.
He says, I've got some new artists. I'm going to read it the way it's written. I got some new artists, new music, same fucking movement, the world's most talented record label. It has to be self-proclaimed.
Yeah, no, it has to.
Everyone had a lot of fun. While I had to regroup from the feds coming after me,
just being real.
Public knowledge. Had to plot and plan and fall back while I watched everyone else eat. I watched gracefully. I applauded and congratulated everyone who deserved it. Never one bone of hate in my body. I love to see my niggas win and eat. But it's my turn now. My money is right and I'm back. Major announcements coming soon. Who Murder Inc. will be partnered with and what artists I'm fucking with. Then loads of hashtags. So, I mean, honestly, I never even got like a hint that Ja Rule and Ashanti would be back on board. And if that's not the case, my nigga, then I don't even... Seems like you might as well just go the Love and Hip Hop route, talk to Mona, and then just start doing your auditions through there.
I mean, I just, to be totally honest, did not know Irv Gotti was still alive. So...
That's fair.
I don't think that... Again, I feel like the time for the ink has passed.
Yeah.
And I just do not see... It would have to be an exceptional talent. And I don't know that that's what Irv Gotti is about to cultivate. But maybe.
I mean, well, Ja Rule got to pay all those Fire Festival people back. So... At the very least, he should be down for whatever.
Man, I feel like Ja Rule should not even be associated with that mess. But what do I know? I feel like he was just one of
murder. It's not murder like he needs to be.
I see what you're saying, because like we need Ja Rule's voice on like
Murder Inc. is a set of people.
Right. It is. And you talking about new artists and all that, and I don't think these kids is gonna care.
No, not at all.
And that's who you need. You need the kids.
Exactly. And what do the kids watch? Love and Dies and Lies and Trash. And so if Irv Gotti just says, hey, Mona, new season of Love and Hip Hop New York, I'm down.
Yes. He needs an intro.
I'm there. And then he can just start doing all his auditions and get his strippers to come in and perform on, her platform.
Yeah.
That way you've got like a head start.
You can have fake meetings at Power with DJ Self and all that. You can do all that.
Exactly.
Bring Cardi B in for a fake meeting about maybe signing or whatever. Oh, no, she got a deal.
Right, thanks. She signed Atlantic.
Never mind.
I don't even think she's going to be back on Love and Hip Hop. I think she said she quit for real this time.
I mean, that would be smart of her. It would be smart of her to fade out of... Like, you're one of the few people who actually got a real platform and opportunity off of being on reality TV. And so now you need to distance yourself from that mess.
I mean, she had a pretty big following prior to being not nearly what it is now.
No, but it's just the platform, the opportunity to really make something of yourself. Because most people go on reality TV end up worse off afterwards than they were originally.
So true.
And it looks like Cardi is like on her way up. And really all she needs to do now is release something fun and thotty for the summer. Something that'll send us right
I don't
through
care
August.
about Cardi B's music. I'm never going to buy her album,
I love it. Oh, I love it.
I'm never going to
her mixtape was everything.
Like, she would have to put out, like, I would say she would have to put out at least 2 undeniable bangers this summer for me to be like, okay, you put out an album and I'll actually pay for it because you have given me proof that I can actually buy a studio album from you and I don't think I'll regret it. And I just doubt she's going to do it. She hasn't put out a song I like since that Plies remix she did.
Oh, I don't even think I heard that.
Yes,
I liked her mixtape a lot.
That ran down on a bitch twice.
Oh, okay.
That ain't her song.
Mind. You're right. It surely is not. Low-key, I wish she had done that Mariah Lynn song about Once Upon a Time I Was a Hoe. I feel like it just would have went so much better with Cardi B's voice. Especially because there's nigga throughout that song. And I don't like Mariah Lynn saying it, but...
I've never listened to that song past like the first verse.
Every time I take it out of my library, I'd be like, oh my God, why did I take this out? And then I download it again and I listen to it. And then when I hear the nigga, I'm like, that's why. That's why
I
I took
didn't
it
know
out
she
my
said that.
library.
All right.
I mean,
well,
but the chorus is really all that matters. And Mariah Lynn looked like the type of white girl, honestly, who got a lot of niggas following her around talking about, you can say it.
without any
Absolutely.
question.
Nah, it's different. Don't worry about them hating ass black women. Say whatever you want to. Them black bitches is just mad.
And she's still on TV.
Of course she is.
Fighting actual black girls. Well, anyway, all I'm saying, Irv, is that it's probably, without Ja Rule and Ashanti, going to be difficult for you to, like, first of all, introduce yourself to young people, and then, like, brand new people that none of us really care about yet. But good luck, you know.
I mean, because you have to get to the youth. These old niggas, they do not care.
All they do is yell at Lil Yachty. And
old people listen to what they listen to. And by old, I don't even really mean old. I mean like 30, 35
Grown.
plus, right?
Yes,
They're like,
grown.
I have my music. Thanks. Right. Not listening to no new shit from Murder Inc. Girl. But good luck.
Next on the platter, this one's delicious. So Bow Wow was still lying.
Oh, no.
Bow Wow was still lying with the same things. If you remember, not too long ago, Bow Wow posted a photo on Instagram of a private jet. And the caption was, "I'm always on the move, getting ready for this growing up hip hop press tour.
Oh, no,
Lock
sis.
in." Then somebody posted the actual, like, jet that I don't know if he, like, copied it from Instagram. I don't remember what
I think he just Googled private jet and
No,
went
I
up
think
a
that
couple
somebody else
pages.
had posted that picture of that jet and he saved it and reposted it. I don't remember. But just this past, like, week, mind you, again, he was called out the first time he did this.
Yeah.
He posted another photo of a jet, a private jet, a Sprinter van, and some other car out here. Shad Moss is nowhere in the actual frame. He's not in the picture at all. But he posts this on Instagram with a caption that says, "Travel Day, NYC press run for growing up hip hop. Let's go. I promise to bring y'all the hottest show ever, May 25th. Which I didn't even know he was going to be on that show. Don't care. Never watched it. Never will. Very quickly after that, someone posted a photo of Bow Wow on a plane.
A commercial flight.
A commercial flight. Mind you, this is just another passenger.
Yeah.
And the caption on their Snapchat said something like, "This rapper or this guy, Lil Bow Wow, is on my flight." And he just posted a photo. This is the greatest part about it, because you know it's not shady. They called him Lil Bow Wow. So they know, like,
Nothing.
If they know anything about him, they don't care, besides what his name is.
Right.
And they said, but he just posted a photo on Instagram that he's on a private jet and called him like a clown or something, which is reasonable.
Is what he is,
Yes.
right.
So everyone is dying, laughing, and cracking the fuck up. And I believe it. Like, if you see this guy on your flight and you're like,
I mean,
"That
in
looks
coach
like
with
that
everybody
guy.
else.
That looks like that guy Bow Wow. Let me see if it," you know, most of these, I'm just thinking of somebody who would just know him from his face or something like that,
Yeah.
right? Which is clearly who this is. And they're like, "Is that Bow Wow?" They're like, "He's in coach with me. Well, let me see if he's even in the city. Let me look." And they went on Instagram to see what Bow Wow may have been doing, posting that he's on a private jet that he ain't on.
And they were like, this is not.
Bow Wow came forward afterwards and got on Instagram and said the following. He said, "Niggas so dumb." I agree, but not with you.
Oh, no, I didn't know he responded to it.
Nigga so dumb. Nigga take an old picture to say where I was and wasn't. Who do that? Y'all better stop playing with me. Ha ha ha. Niggas is retarded.
What?
Catch me at Teterboro tomorrow, going back home. Half of y'all broke motherfuckers still can't afford a buddy pass on Spirit Airlines. Stay out of the big boy lane.
But, I mean, you're not even in the big
Further
boy lane.
investigation into the story proved. Now, here's the gacker for me personally. As someone who has been featured on Catfish, like, Bow Wow had his whole face show up on Catfish when somebody was pretending to be him. You would expect that this nigga would have at least heard of Google Images.
Right.
No, clearly not. Because all it took was for one quick bitch to take the same picture and run it through
Google Images
and find the same photo on a website that says Fort Lauderdale Airport Transportation, VIP Transportation, and corporate travel shuttles. Bitch, you are not on nobody's private jet that day, girl. Do you know that stars that are way, 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 way bigger than you still take commercial flights?
Right.
It's not a big deal. Like, who gives a fuck? If you were in Coach, Delta Comfort, first class.
Tracee Ellis Ross just posted an Instagram of her doing her facial routine.
Which was hilarious.
It was.
I just love her so much.
But she's clearly on a commercial, first class.
Down. And the classy kind with the bed
with the
and
little
the little side table and everything.
Yeah. I mean, but commercial like shit.
Bail. But, yes, a regular average commercial flight with a white man who was sitting right behind her looking like, what the fuck?
Right.
She must be somebody.
Because New York to LA on a private plane is like, I don't even know, $250,000 is something ridiculous. So, yeah, bitch, I'm going to spend this $1,000 on first class and just go where I need to go.
Because it turns into a bed. And
right.
I mean,
I'm not, bitch, that Delta first class comfort, that coast to coast shit, now that is worth it. If you can scrounge up the pennies.
I want, before I go out of this world, I want to get on one of those actual like commercial planes that has like a suite. No, not like it's like a room. You've seen those, right? I think it's Delta too.
Is it? Because I thought it was that airline in Dubai or Egypt, so the United Emirates or something like that. I think it's like
flying to one specific country. I could be making this up, or it may be like
first class on an international flight is like minimum $3,000.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's so expensive. Not. I don't think so. Not this time, girl. I just actually don't.
I'm talking about my splurge years. Hopefully, at least God willing, I make it to like my 40s or something. I can be like wealthy and at least try something like that. But there's just no need to pretend that you're getting on a private plane when
there
you're
isn't.
not.
There's no reason to stunt because nobody even cares about you like that.
Even cares about you like that. Is that why you're doing it? Is it in an effort to get people to actually care about you? Because you know that even if you were actually flying on a private jet, you're not the only person who does. Again, there are way, way, way bigger celebrities. There are people that nobody's ever heard of that fly private all of the time. And it's not like, oh my goodness, like, let's all follow Bow Wow because he was on a private plane. Like nobody's going to feel any differently about you. But you wanted to lie about something so silly for the second time after you already got caught for it.
Oh, no, like the third time, because that's not even... Remember when he posted that picture of a big stack of money?
Yeah,
and it was somebody else's post?
Yeah.
He's done this so many times that you would think that Bow Wow would be like, okay, I need to stop lying on Instagram because niggas have figured out the jig. Like,
so you already know I'm adding him to my sick and shut in list.
Yeah, something is wrong. When you are... I understand, like, you don't have the fame or whatever that you had when you were younger, and maybe money is not what it used to be, but you are literally doing all this for the benefit of the internet and a bunch of people who do not know you and furthermore do not give a fuck.
At all. Not
and so slice. You sit up here fronting like you so rich and then you have this luxurious ass life when really nobody cares. Like,
no one.
Only the very richest people fly private, and then it's just like... Nobody thought Lil Bow Wow was on that level. Like, you went through all this trouble to make us think you were doing so well and you this and you that when it's not the case. And nobody gave a fuck. I just don't get it.
So I really just wanted to play a clip of something. I know we don't do this very often, but this is one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. This is a comedian by the name of KevOnStage. Somebody linked me to this on Instagram.
Okay.
And I feel like it's necessary.
Father God, we come against this lying, lascivious spirit that's taken over Brother Wow. Father God, that's caused him to lie on social media. Father God, yesterday he posted that he was flying private to New York and he was going public in economy. Father God, doing public like Starbucks Wi-Fi public. Everybody has access to it. If you're buying a Frappuccino, Father God, all types of regular members on the plane taking pictures of them. Despise that lying spirit, Brother Wow. Come out of there, liar.
Come on, Brother Wow.
Shall have their part of hell, and you building a mansion down there with all the lies you telling on social media.
Amen. Go to KevOnStage if you want to watch the rest of it.
That young man went to church with his grandma every day of the week.
Each and every come on Sunday service, school.
Two Sunday services.
Absolutely.
Morning and evening.
Hello.
Don't forget
you gotta
the
get there early.
Meeting.
That's right. Every Bible meeting, study.
Choir practice.
Hello.
Bible study.
He was present.
He it every day. I can tell.
Each and every single day.
Oh, Bow Wow, girl. It's just not that serious.
It
You
is insane.
stunting for social media like one of these regular ass hoes out here. What is you doing?
And you know what? He probably still has access to like loads of parties and things where he gets to see all of his other, like Irv Gotti was just saying how he watched everybody else eat, but Irv Gotti was congratulating them and happy. Bow Wow was sitting over looking at his empty glass with just ice in it and a little bit of that cranberry and vodka that he had. And he already finished and he was seething. He's like, I want a private jet too.
I just don't see how you have the nerve to post that picture knowing you were about to be on a commercial flight with so many other people
right
who
around
could
you.
so easily recognize you.
You know what it was? He remembered that time where he was lying about the motherfuckers recognizing his ass outside of 160 Park or whatever.
Oh no.
Watch, look at me, guys. I'm walking
Oh,
through.
yeah.
They see me. They see me. And he
It
realized
was like a group
slowly
of kids or something.
that nobody knew
He was
or
at the
gave a
zoo,
fuck
right?
about him being out there. So he felt like that was just it. Nobody sees me. Nobody cares.
He was doing the most like, oh, I'm running up on a pack of teenagers, y'all. Let's see if they recognize me. And all those kids are like, girl, so anyway,
They
on
recognized
Snapchat.
you enough to put you on blast for lying. Would you not think that, girl? How sad.
It is sad. He ain't been the same since 106 and Park ended. He has not been right.
He ain't been the same since 106 in Park.
Well, God bless. What was he on? He was on CS something.
Oh, don't bring
So
that
I don't
up. That
know.
was super sad.
Cyber something.
First of all, it's bad enough that CSI is not Law and Order. But then you were on CSI Cyber or CSI Snapchat or CSI Black Planet.
And now
or
you
whatever
doing
the fuck.
reality TV. We all know what that means. It means the money is getting tight.
I mean, God bless her. Well, last story. Look
Ooh,
at that.
That was quick.
I know. I'm
Look
a
at
bad
you.
bitch. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now,
Yes! I actually forgot about it. Yes!
so
God!
good. So good. So good.
It really was. Andy's a bitch for making us wait for 4 episodes.
Okay, now, girl, Andy, you know that could have been a crisp 2.
It really could
like,
have.
there was, I mean, I understood that it was, this explosive finale and you felt like, no, we've got to, wet the
Build
girls'
it up,
palates
yeah.
and, give them a couple of appetizers. We didn't need it. We spent the whole ass month waiting for this last one, but
We did.
whatever. So finally we get to the episode where Phaedra is confronted
Yes.
with her lies and her conniving tales
Lord.
of deceit. Now, Portia let it ring that Phaedra was the one who told her that Candy was planning on drugging Portia and taking advantage of her with her husband
In the sex dungeon.
in their alleged sex dungeon. I shouldn't have much to say. I think Phaedra said maybe 10, 15 words this past episode.
Right. She really sat there just emotionless. It was almost, it was a
Scary.
little creepy.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of a sociopath.
Kinda?
Like, sis, goddamn. Like, I honestly expected her to go into overdrive with the lies. But she just sat there like,
she didn't say
caught
much
me.
of anything. She was just like looking stone cold. Candy crying, Portia crying. Sheree is oddly crying as well. Sheree had like vocal outbursts.
yeah.
Oh my God.
When Candy got up and was like, I can't do this. Sheree was like, oh, God. She knows her motherfucking job.
Right.
That is to fit in.
That's it.
Oh, Lord. And Portia, so I'm going to give Portia her few little props. Because she did challenge her few, not too many, because it ain't a lot to go around. Right. But she did actually challenge Phaedra on she was like, nah, you're not finna do this with the whole I heard it and then I repeated it. Like, you told me that she told you that directly, bitch. And don't make me go get my phone and scroll back through the iMessages to prove it. And so then Phaedra has to sit there like, well, I'm not saying that I didn't say it. What I'm saying is that what I told you was not the same thing as what I told you I said I was going to be telling you. Like, bitch, what? What are you even? This don't make no fucking sense. Right. It didn't make no sense. Andy was like, even Andy was like, Phaedra, it feels like you're lying. And it feels like you just refuse to actually tell us what's going on. Like, if you haven't explained yourself even still.
My girl Andy be getting upset. She gets a little annoyed when they won't, progress the conversation.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter what franchise it is. Anytime that they be like clamping up or acting like they don't want to just give it, Andy's like, okay, well, Phaedra, you aren't really saying anything. Is there anything that you would like to say? Do you have any feelings? You got caught in a megawatt lie.
Megawatt.
It would just be great if you actually had something to actually say. If you could like open your mouth and use your voice to use words, like. And Phaedra's just sitting there like, I don't.
Andy was like, this won't hold up in a court of law. And she was like, you're right. It wouldn't. So
what the fuck?
Sis, she couldn't say that it was her because then she would be implicating herself legally. I get it, but
it doesn't matter at
we
this
all
point,
know
sweetheart.
it, right?
Right. There's not anything else they can be. At the very least, you could have just said that you said it. And the problem with her is that she is just horrible and conniving.
She is.
Because like it was said, she had so many opportunities to be like, you know what? This is some bullshit.
Right.
Or this didn't actually happen, or it didn't happen like that. Or even if you were going to lie or try and find an excuse out of it, you could have deaded that shit forever ago.
Right.
According to Portia, you talked about this shit 3 times. After she said it to Kandi the first time and you knew that it was out in the street and Kandi knew, you could have went when you had that second conversation and been like, all right, girl, just dead it. Just like, all right, it happened. It's out there. Like, let's just go to Pinkberry and let's have some frozen yogurt and let's just put this all behind us. To like, but no, you were still keeping up with the mess
Portia
and
was
doing
an
all of
idiot.
that other type of shit. Yes, because she knew Portia was dumb. And if it wasn't for the fact that Portia, again, being dumb, put her on blast and wasn't trying to take the fall for that shit, then we would like.
She was like, I got a cease and desist so Phaedra can give y'all the source. And
because Phaedra
like,
is the one who said that. So I'm going to let her handle it. Now, look, dummy, if you would have, and I'm talking to Phaedra, if you would have, you told this girl that Kandi said this to you directly. So, of course, she's going to make you talk about it because she believed you because she dumb.
Right.
And so, of course, if I feel like this woman told you that out of her own mouth, if I honestly believe that, yeah, I'm going to delegate it to you because you told me that shit and you're an attorney. So I know that you got this right.
You must.
Right? Right?
And Phaedra's sitting over there
Phaedra, right?
Phaedra!
Phaedra's like, well, I did not say that.
Me.
No, but you said.
No, Phaedra, you said that she said.
We just talked about what's
and then
going on?
Kandi realized how fucked up it was the longest she sat there. Like, you sat there at that table in Hawaii and saw me crying and screaming and being like, Phaedra, you know I would never do no shit like this. And you sat there.
And was like, yeah.
Knowing it came from you.
And knowing you said I said it.
Wow, man.
Like, and I don't care about it. You can shade Kandi all you want. Plenty of it will probably be valid because Kandi has her faults. Kandi throws shade. They all shade each other.
Yeah.
And lots of the stuff that they've done on that show or said about each other on that show has been really fucking horrible. Kenya want to sit up there and act like, oh, I don't lie about anybody. Like, we're not sitting, like, we have not forgotten all the shit that you, first of all, the petty lies on this season alone, like you acting like you really slept on that cot. Acting like your titties are real. Like, acting like, oh, I don't know. All this other extra shit. But remember when you said that, when you implied that Phaedra had AIDS or might have AIDS?
Oh, wow.
Because of Apollo?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. Remember when you said that Kim Fields' husband was gay and the whole streets knew it and this, that, and the third and all that other shit? Yeah, we ain't forgot about you yet. You suck as well. It's just that.
Right, but you want to get on your phone during the break talking about, these girls lie. All they do is lie.
Both of them gotta go down. I'm just really sick of it.
How are you making this about you?
When I tell you that Miss Moore was getting her life, but let me tell you what was funny. This was honestly funny when she was egging it on and doing all the extra when she wasn't involved. And at some point, Phaedra was like, shut up, Kenya. And Kenya will say, you shut up.
I do remember that because I watched this reunion 4.5 times.
Same.
I did.
And I'm watching it again.
The night it aired, they played it every other hour.
Yeah.
And I watched it over and over because I just could not believe Phaedra played herself like that. Oh man, the funniest part to me was when Portia was like, I need my sister, where's my sister? And then her sister came and she was like, oh, so stupid. And her sister was like, I know, what happened?
Yes. It was like, duh, girl. And you know what,
like,
honestly,
no shit, you stupid sis. But what did you do?
shout out to Shamia, because one thing that I would have never done, look, I'm petty as fuck, and I try. I do. In honest cases where I really feel my heart tugging, I do. But I know that I could promise you that I would have never sat down with her and said nothing. Ever. You sitting with this same woman who's now making you cry and tried to say that I was a lesbian.
Right.
Because of a beef that didn't even involve you. And now you finding out that everything I said about her is true.
Right. Now you realizing that.
I would have never sat down with her and said nothing to her. And she gonna talk about, just be here. I would have been like, I don't have to be here. I don't have to be anywhere with you. Like,
I mean, on the one hand, I would have also been like, not to rub it in your face, but I'm rubbing it in your face. But like Shamia did. But
I would have saved that. I definitely wouldn't have done that in the moment. I would have let her feel as dumb as she was. And I would have hit her up when the reunion was over. Like, let's go get drinks. Okay, so you know I was right? You know you dumb for that shit, right?
I mean, Portia was right to say, like, if you want to support me, then just sit here. Like, I just figured this out about this really shitty
All
friend,
she said to her was, don't let people control you. You can't let people control you like this.
But Portia didn't realize she was being controlled in the first place. So I think that's why it threw her off even more, because she genuinely thought that she and Phaedra had a real friendship, which is crazy because everybody could see that there was nothing Phaedra was really getting out of that situation with Portia other than like somebody to play.
Portia made Phaedra feel young.
Okay.
And Phaedra made Portia feel smart.
Oh, damn.
Period.
Even though Phaedra
out.
called Portia dumb. Like, I don't know why you thought all of a sudden her mind changed on that. Like, she still thought you were stupid. But I bought that Angela Stanton book, that Real Lies of a Real Housewife, Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil.
Now, I mean, it's written the way it looks like it would be.
Oh,
written.
It definitely is.
But
it's written like some hood literature.
Tea.
If you can get past the fact that it's not particularly well written, God damn it, that young lady is spilling a lot of business. And let me tell you something, I believe about 90% of what's in that
You
book.
might as well, because while Mama was sitting, Miss Parks was sitting on the stage talking about, I sued her and I won. Angela was like, I don't know why you keep making me step on your neck, bitch. Like,
you did not, girl. It was dismissed. What is you talking about?
She and her attorney came with their receipts like, don't say anything else about us. Like, her white-ass attorney was like, my client is free to sell her books and tell her story.
Right.
And you can purchase it right the fuck now.
I mean, and so what she says in the book is that Phaedra was running a scam long time ago. Well, it couldn't have been that long ago, but basically she had this girl running around with fake checks, stolen checks, buying electronics and stuff like that, and then I guess she would resell them. And they did that for a while, and they moved up to like luxury cars, and they would like have leased, I don't know, it was really complicated, but clearly like stealing lots and lots of money. And this girl ended up going to prison, gave birth in prison, and then her mother and her grandmother died while she was behind bars. And Phaedra went to her mama's funeral and stood in her spot. Now, I would be incensed. And so then she gets out of prison after serving her sentence, and she's trying to get her life back together. She got 4-5 kids all over the place, and she's just trying to make her life work. And Phaedra had always told her, you know, if some shit goes down, I'll be your attorney. Don't worry about it. I got you. And this bitch would not return phone calls, voicemails, nothing. Just completely ignored her and cut her off. And watch it now that I've actually seen how Phaedra is and then read the book, I totally believe it. Because it looks like some shit Phaedra would do. And now Apollo is in prison saying the same thing.
And Portia just said on Dish Nation that she hasn't spoken to Phaedra. Like, she's her grandfather, not her grandfather, her uncle passed a few weeks ago. Shady ass Ricky Smiley gonna say, Did Phaedra do the funeral? Was he at her? And of course, Portia didn't even catch that was shade. She was like, no, she didn't do it. But she did text me and say such and such. But other than that, I haven't heard from her since the reunion.
Lord.
I believe the reunion was like, I think they taped it in March, or
I don't know. It had to have been.
It was a while ago.
It had to have been after they did their freaking frack shit on Watch What Happens Live, though. Because I remember seeing them on that show thinking, why are y'all on Watch What Happens Live together? Or Portia was on and her guest in the audience was Phaedra. And I just did not understand that. I was like, I don't I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me then, and now it definitely doesn't. But I guess I'm happy for Portia that she finally woke up and realized she was being played by a professional manipulator. And I don't know. I think for Phaedra, it's only so much dirt you can do. It's only so many people you can do wrong like that before your karma will catch up to you. And I feel like that's what's happening to her now, because all these reports are saying that she's not going to be back on Housewives, and she might be disbarred in the state of Georgia, and I guess she can't go up on criminal charges for the I don't know what it was, all that theft she was running because it's been too long, statute of limitations or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. Kind of a little bit. I kind of want Phaedra to I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I kind of want her to be on next season with Nene so that Nene can drag the shit out of her every time they have one of them fake lunches. Because Nene been saying it about Phaedra.
And Nene reminded everybody on Twitter before the reunion started.
Oh, yes, she did.
I don't know who
she
texted
already
her.
knew. She already knew.
Somebody told her. Right.
Andy
let her
said,
know.
Bitch, tweet tonight.
And she was like, told y'all from the very beginning about this bitch. I don't know why y'all wouldn't listen to me. Shit, blah. And then she said something like one gone and one to go, talking about Portia, because her and Portia fell out too. And she went on Watch What Happens Live afterwards and said that I guess when they were filming the last time and they were in Jamaica, that Portia and Phaedra weren't talking to her. And she feels like it's because Phaedra was in her ear.
Well, it's because of Phaedra that Portia's relationship with Kandi is totally ruined. Like, they never had no issue.
No. Yeah, it's because of Phaedra that, yes, I see what you're saying. But Nene, in my opinion, is the reason that, well, not really Nene. It's not Nene's fault, but she's the reason that Kandi and Portia fell out. The same way Kenya and Marlo fell out. Both of them saw an opportunity where they could kiss Nene's ass because she was being nice to them, and they let their real friends go. Both of them. That's why Marlo came back reading Kenya's ass into the sediment. And the same fucking shit happened with Phaedra.
Yeah.
Nene stopped acting like they never went to school together, and she started being nice to her ass again or whatever because she was going through that divorce, and Nene was fresh out of divorce too, and she was being nice to her. And all of a sudden she was blaming Kandi. And Kandi was like, well, bitch, I didn't know that I needed to be bringing you gummy worms and shit, bitch, because you said you had a man.
Right. It didn't make no sense because Phaedra's whole thing, and God bless Andy, he tried to give Phaedra like a legit reason for being mad at Kandi. Like, oh, were you bitter over such and such? Were you mad?
I'm giving you a moment.
I'm giving you the excuses. This is your time to break down and be like, I am so sorry, Andy. I was just so stressed out. And my husband and I got these kids. That was your moment to do that, but you didn't. You
She's
just
literally
doubled down.
sociopathic.
Yeah, there's something wrong with Phaedra part.
Because she even said on the fucking reunion, you know who the person I'm concerned the most about is Portia. Kandi was like, what? But
it's kind of a lie on me.
Portia is sitting here weeping, and you're looking at her in her face like you're watching grass grow.
Right.
Like, what?
Trying to force her onto your titties. Like, they're there. Oh, now I'm the daggone villain.
Yes, bitch. Like, what do you mean?
You actually are, sis.
And you're talking about, I'm not even mad at Kandi. I don't have anything against Kandi. You didn't even just try to get people to believe that she was going to rape somebody. You also tried to fuck up her marriage, telling lies about her husband cheating on her. When Kandi said that Todd won't go to New York alone because his mom died, I said if I were Kandi, that would have been the time that I would have punched her in her fucking face, because that would have been just too much for me. But then you also did the Johnny shit. Like, what?
Right. Yeah.
At least,
God, and all that was so. The fact I remember watching that scene where she was like, "Oh, well, I can't talk about that because that's attorney-client privilege." And Kandi's like, "But you're not.
He's not your client."
But still, it's improper for an attorney. But like, bitch, if it was that improper, you wouldn't have done it on camera.
Period.
So, fuck is you talking about?
Stop being so fucking fraudulent and fake and say what it is. If you want to, at least for all the shit that we give to that demon Kenya.
Oh, no.
She usually stands up in her villainy. She has loads and loads of excuses. But you can tell that she's like...
She accepts that she did it.
Yes. She accepts that she gets those, those gears grinding and she does all that shit and she lives for it. And when she gets called out, she tries to come up with an excuse. But you can see that she knows that that's her lane and she runs with it. She don't be trying to act like, whatever. With Phaedra, it's just like, I don't know what anybody's talking about. And I'm a Southern Belle and I believe in Christ.
Right.
What? You literally
Right.
tried to ruin this woman's life.
Yeah.
I don't care what the
Like
fuck.
you have ruined other people's lives.
Thank you.
Like, I don't even know how many people at this point.
You mad because Mama Joy said that you belonged in the cell with a cell alongside Apollo?
But you
Hell,
don't.
I'm sure I said that before Mama Joyce did.
I mean, that's what the book says. Angela Stanton's book says you should definitely be in prison.
And she said whatever about that motherfucker blowing your ass up or wanting to blow your ass up. She didn't get that from nobody's texts or phone. She got that from the
Man.
local Atlanta news. And Mama Joyce is a hot, steaming mess.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
she does the most. But you can at least reference to moments like the time where she tried to pull Phaedra to the side and talk some shit. And Candy got her ass up and was like, Mama, no. Sit down.
Right.
Like, she tries and fails many times with that dusty, messy candy factory to be like, please stop it.
them
I don't want it
employees.
anymore. And plenty of times she laughs too. But what I can say is many of us, myself included, would not have done half the shit. I would have never sat down with Phaedra and been like, so listen, your husband's new bitch came to my restaurant. I didn't know nothing about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In the midst of her sitting with this motherfucker trying to sue me,
Right.
please.
I feel like Candy must be looking back on this season like I really tried to be decent to her, even though we fell out. And the whole time she was trying to orchestrate my downfall. She was mad because I was doing well. And the whole thing with Phaedra
Invited
was
this
like,
bitch on a destination
Man,
trip, and you knew
the restoration.
You knew that you were out here talking about this girl like this, and still went.
Man.
And just like she does every time she starts a mess. She was, Black Lives Matter. Let's go on a retreat. Let's all talk about the
Empowering
good
black men.
word of Jesus Tyrone Christ. Like, let's all just pray.
Mess and lies, man. Phaedra's a fucking liar.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I can't. At the least you could have done at some point is been like, you know what? It was me that said that and it was fucked up and you can never speak to me ever again in your life if you want to. Not even if you weren't sorry.
Right.
There was moments you could have just been real about this shit and been like, I said it.
Mm-hmm.
It was me.
I mean, and not that it makes it okay, but you saying I was really fucked up and I was really low and miserable and felt awful and I just lashed out at Candy, like, that doesn't make it okay, but it's at least more understandable than you sitting there with a stone face like you didn't do nothing wrong. And the only problem is that I repeated something and I shouldn't have.
And
Like,
you did not.
You didn't.
You got your alleged friend, like your only friend, up here sitting right next to you, crying because you're still trying to make it seem like she got this out of nowhere.
Right.
You told her that the girl told you herself. And you being an attorney.
3 times you did that.
This is why Bobby Brown allegedly said that every time that she represented him, his ass was in jail. Because you can't even lie good. Damn, girl, watch How to Get Away with Murder like the rest of us.
Well, to be fair, Bobby Brown didn't do a whole lot to keep himself out of jail.
I mean, that is true.
But I'm
Read
sure
me. That's a fact.
I'm sure Phaedra did not help.
That's true, too. But
Because-
bitch, you a criminal attorney.
Right.
Like,
Right. Like, this is what you do. And even in the book, the girl talks about how Phaedra always had press set up for every court appearance. And it always seemed like she was trying to be famous or be put on. And,
Yep.
and so Bobby Brown saying the same thing, like, it makes sense. But that whole lie about I was just upset because I felt like, you didn't check on me no more after the divorce. Bitch, if you got new dick, what is there to check on?
I'm sorry. Like, I don't care who was annoyed by Candy. I just can't. I understand
Candy's
exactly
not wrong
what
in
she's
this
saying.
situation
She's not
at
wrong in
all.
this situation at all. Not at all. Bitch, if you're texting me saying, ooh, I am living. I'm getting my back broke, honey. And I can't wait for this light-skinned nigga to get the fuck out my house. Why would I be coming to your house with Haagen-Dazs? Why?
Why? Right.
You wanted to be friends with Nene and you saw an opportunity to do that. Cool. But you didn't have to shit on me in the process. I didn't do
Right.
nothing to you.
Right.
But she just be lying because she's a sociopath and she probably just feel like she probably is like I just forgot the term. A person that lies.
Pathological.
Pathological.
Yeah.
That's probably her because it seems like she just tells like a really crazy lie or just says something wild and then plans on how she gonna fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
she seems to me like one of them people who grew up in a small town, real country or something. Always had big city dreams. Always wanted to be famous and rich and glamorous and all this. So you go to the big city or whatever. And, you know, I mean, it's not that Phaedra didn't have, I mean, she does have all these degrees and she is clearly very smart and, well, up to a point, and then she gets real dumb. But
in terms of the
it could have been, you could have been so much better than this. Like, that's my thing about Phaedra. I didn't know anything about her before her first season on the show.
Me neither.
And so I was just like, oh, this lady is cute, you know, real Southern, lying about how far along she is, but whatever, you know, I liked Phaedra.
I never did.
Up to a certain point because she would always get the rest of them together. She was smarter than them.
I liked a couple of her confessional quotes. And things.
I mean, and it was just frequently that she would be like, no, dummy, that's not it. But as time wore on, it became more and more clear that Phaedra, something was fucked up about her. And so now it's blatant.
Maybe I loved you more than I loved my husband. Like,
yeah, bitch, maybe that's it. Maybe I loved you more than my husband. So you were mad because Apollo hid some shit from the feds in my garage. Oh, and let's not forget to give Todd her motherfucking roses.
Let me tell you something. That's my motherfucking doll.
Todd said, nah, bring me out for the Phaedra shit.
You know my favorite part? My favorite part was, oh, now she's a journalist.
Oh, no, that was everything. That was everything. But Todd was on his Iyanla shit and everything. Like,
if Todd was over 6 feet,
ugh, right?
He would have got a couple of points.
If
in the
Todd
undercarriage.
wasn't so bite-sized, but that's okay because it seems like Kandi has herself a good man.
Yes,
like a genuinely good
Let's
man.
not jinx it for her because you know how we do on here.
Right, and the rest of these bitches are all divorced now, so I'm hoping that they don't end up going.
And that's
in
what
the
you're
same
pissed
direction.
about.
Yeah,
because your light-skinned trophy dick is in prison now and
But
got a
it's
new light-skinned
you.
bitch. And so you wanted to be telling stories talking about Marvin and trying to have this bitch mad at her fucking husband. And actually, she knew you were lying because past trust in her man, she knew he wouldn't be in New York without her and why.
Right.
Ooh. Ooh.
And it's just like that type of lie that you brought up, like that, knowing that Todd's mama recently passed away, it just seems like that would be too risky. But again, Phaedra does not seem to have a good grasp of what is too risky to do.
She don't care.
I mean, because you mad at Apollo and turning this whole, making it all about Apollo being so off and everything. Bitch, if anybody has the receipts on your ass, it's Apollo. And according to this book, Apollo was in there doing the dirt with her and you was right in the middle of all of, you was the bitch running everything. You were it. So I just came, man. I have to tip my hat to Andy because bitch, that was a good ass finale.
That definitely was a really good finale.
Was it.
Now,
it was delicious
E! News,
and so satisfying.
He told E! News that they're going to be deciding, I guess, on who's returning next week. Mm-hmm. So the rumors about her being fired, I guess, are, just rumors.
Yeah.
And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if she comes back.
I mean, I wouldn't either, especially if Kandi agrees not to prosecute. I could see them.
But if nobody agrees to film with her.
Well,
because Sheree did some little thing I saw where she was like, to do something so evil and just so like the girls. And Portia's not talking to her, like, who else?
Yeah, who is going to film? I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know who's going to film with her. Maybe Kim. Oh, no, Kim don't like her neither. Because I know they bring in Kim.
Yeah, Kim Zolciak, because that's all but confirmed.
Oh, Lord. And she put on that terrible ass wig for Watch What Happens
might
Live.
as well.
It was so bad.
Go ahead.
And Andy was like, so your wig, what's up with that?
Isn't she awful? Like, Andy just like slowly goes in there.
Fuck out of him.
Everybody, anybody.
And I don't think they realize it till it's way too late. He was like, so your wig is popping?
I mean, journalism is kind of like
oh, so you're trying to diminish my job?
You're downplaying my job. No, girl, you're upplaying your job. Like, you don't.
I mean, I'm not taking anything away from you, but journalism is simply not what you do.
That's not what you do.
It's a totally different thing.
Like I said,
that isn't what you do.
If she's a journalist, you are Oprah, and I am Gayle.
I mean, and I feel like that's not totally inaccurate because journalists actually report on the news. Like, they actually talk to sources and look for facts and put stories together.
They go to location. They get research. They spend nights.
You read screenshots off of the Shade Room. And
which
that's
is fun.
no shade.
That's what I do.
I mean, okay.
But I don't call myself a journalist.
This is literally our job. So it's not like I'm mad at you, girl.
At all. I'm just saying.
I'm going to just go up with the Washington Post and the New York Times and be like, excuse me, I deserve a seat at the journalist table.
Phaedra makes her feel smart. Because she was like...
Phaedra probably told her she was in journalism.
Exactly. Thank you. Because when she said that, that was her whole time where she was lobbying that shit off.
Yeah.
She was hitting Phaedra with the alley-oop. Because she was like, as soon as it came up, Portia she shimmied her shoulders and fixed her goddamn cleavage and shit and was like, well, I received a cease and desist from Kandi Burruss. I am in the world of journalism. I am a reporter and I can no longer speak on the subjects because I speak news and news is life. And so I cannot lie because lies are not news.
Yeah.
So words and Phaedra will do it. Like, it was like, that whole part to me felt like Phaedra had told her, look, if they bring it up, just don't talk about it or whatever. It's like, don't worry about it. I got it. That's probably what she said is, I'll handle it.
Yeah.
Not knowing that she didn't mean tell everybody I said the shit and make me deal with it.
I can't believe, you know how dumb Portia is. Why wouldn't you tell her, bitch, don't tell nobody I told you?
Because she's not great at lying. She's not great at telling a good lie. She is great at lying and hiding from it and like distracting people from the fact that she did that. That's got to be
it. That's got to be it. Because, man,
if she would have told anybody with better sense, she would have got away with it. Nobody, we still would have knew that she said that. Because she definitely did not expect for Portia to say that she did.
I feel like it's all about to fall down for Phaedra, and who I feel sorry for is Aiden and Dylan. Those two adorable, smart-ass children.
I feel bad for Aiden.
What's wrong with Dylan?
He's bad.
Look at who his parents are. Of course he's bad.
I'm just kidding.
I hate you so much.
Aiden's a good boy.
I'm always gonna be your baby.
Oh, wasn't that just devastating?
God.
Oh, God. They're so cute.
They are. Phaedra do not deserve them kids, man.
She don't.
Especially in the book, the girl was like, I gave birth to my baby in prison and you on TV with flowers and a sipping seed. Like,
I mean, well, she could not have babies. Actually, I get it. Yeah.
Right. It's like you skated by while I was in prison and then got out and had a felony.
You could have put some money on my books. You could have said, hey, girl, my bad. You could have at least take me out for like some Jack and Coke or something after I got out.
Never gave that lady anything. And so it was just like, you know, you over here trying to rebuild your life and come back from stupid mistakes and trusting a horrible person. And the bitch who did you wrong is on TV talking about how rich and glamorous and Southern she is.
Talking about, what was one of hers? Only God can judge me, and he seems very pleased or some dumb shit like that.
Like, is that God, girl?
Yeah.
Is it God?
Yeah. Mad at people talking about the sanctity of marriage and the Bible this and Thessalonians and all this foolishness, and you going around telling lies like this.
Okay.
Like trying to ruin someone's whole ass life. Like, accusing people of being gay and shit on that show aggravates me enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And whether or not Phaedra goes, I really hope they get rid of Kenya's ass next season. But I just can't.
No, Kenya's not going nowhere.
She's not. She makes great TV.
Yeah, I think the problem with Phaedra will be nobody will agree to film with her. Unless maybe it's Nene.
Nene can't stand her either.
I know, but that don't mean she won't film with her for money.
That's true.
I'm just saying. I feel like if Nene will do it.
All right, so Nene, look. Tell them.
I want somebody to force Phaedra to answer for this shit.
It would be great if they had her thinking that she was about to come back, and then Nene had it so she was only going to be in like the first episode so she could read her, and then she was fine.
And then she was done, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, again, the only person I really feel for in this situation is the kids, and I don't understand how Phaedra and Apollo was scamming for years and years and then thought, you know what we should do? Bring children into this felony situation. Why?
Keep scamming.
Who needs...
Just go down a little 5 points.
Bitch, you're a fucking attorney. If you put half the energy into being an attorney as you did into scamming, you wouldn't have
a historically bad one. Like,
right.
Like, you have a...
Nobody's like, oh, Phaedra, yeah, best lawyer ever. Like... Nobody says that about you.
All the wrong choices. But...
And it just don't make no sense.
Anyway, I was waiting all those weeks to watch them absolutely dismantle and destroy Phaedra, and that's what I got.
It was everything. And it really was.
Even like Andy said, you never let people see you sweat or whatever, and that's clearly what she was going for. Is I'm going to sit here stone cold with no absolute, no emotion. I'm sure she went home and she probably slept with her eyes open because she's a bat or whatever. Like, I don't care. Like,
I read that interview Andy did. Yeah, and he was like, the thing that surprised me was that she was so emotionless.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's what happens when you're dealing with somebody with no feelings. Like, I know I don't have no feelings, but that bitch has no feelings. Like, you didn't tear up, your voice didn't shake, your hands wasn't trembling.
Not even for your alleged friend.
Not even
who
for
was
the
like devastated.
And so Portia, so was it all fake? Was we just never friends? And then everybody else sitting around like, duh, bitch.
And here's Phaedra. No.
Don't think that.
At one point, Portia said something to her like, "Oh, I'm just this," or I don't remember what she said.
Oh yeah,
and
you think I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb.
And Phaedra just looked at her like you could tell she was annoyed. Like
she wanted to be like, now it's
and she's like, Phaedra goes like, "I'm sorry." Like she was like, "How many times you want me to say this shit, bitch?" Like, God damn, dummy.
I'm sorry to you, and I guess you too,
and whoever
Candy,
else.
whatever.
Who else want one? Because I'm just a daggone villain now, huh?
Oh, so I'm just a liar. Ty was like, yes.
Yeah.
Lying is what you do.
You literally lied many times.
Over it, we've seen so many flashbacks of your lies this season alone, girl. Fuck is you talking about?
Just this one.
Man.
Like, good. Bye.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be back next season.
I hope not.
I think it's too much.
But they say that every season. You remember when Kenya had to get that ass dragged off of that fucking couch that season because she asked for it.
No.
I don't care what happened. You don't put shit in people's face like that.
Oh, yeah,
Not
no.
expect them.
I still think Portia was totally right for that.
And there were rumors that Portia was going to be fired all over the place. There were rumors that Kenya wasn't going to come back, and they were both back many times after that. So I won't be surprised if Phaedra still comes back. I just don't know what she's going to do.
They did snatch her peach, though. They took Portia's peach, I think, for the season.
Yeah, they did.
For that next season, and then she was back as like a regular full-time cast member.
Absolutely.
So maybe it'll be that sort of thing where Phaedra will be in the background in a couple episodes, but even it's going to have to be the Real Housewives of Atlanta confrontation dinner or something, because there's no way they can just have mimosas and be like, oh, hey, Phaedra, what's up with you, girl?
And if Candy says, I'm never filming with her, and that's what I would do, then what are they going to do? Like, if nobody wants to be involved, what can they do for her? She's not, her husband ain't here and don't even want her, apparently.
Unless they find somebody who can be like Melissa was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the bridge between.
You know what I want to say.
No, I don't. Do I?
You don't remember King of Diamonds?
Oh, yeah, she was a King of Diamonds.
Anyway, so my goal is to keep this under an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah. So let's go.
But yeah, that's it for Six Sided World, and let's move on.
Hey y'all, support for today's episode of The Read also comes to you from Third Love. When it comes to bra shopping, it's all about finding the right fit for you, Lord knows. And there's only one lingerie brand that offers bras in sizes AA through G and half cup sizes. That's Third Love. They use thousands of real people's measurements and super smoothing memory foam to create bras that fit better and feel great. There's a perfect bra for everyone, and you can find yours in just seconds by answering a few simple questions from Third Love's Fit Finder. Now you can try one of their best-selling bras free for 30 days. Just pay $2.99 for shipping, and one of Third Love's signature 24/7 bras is on its way. I've told y'all about the t-shirt bra before and how it is by far the most comfortable piece of fabric I have ever put over my titties. It just feels amazing, and is consistently the only bra that I will wear long after I get home. When you get yours, you can cut the tags off, wash it, wear it, work out in it if your titties will allow, again, because mine are not able. But live in this bra and see how easily a perfect fitting bra fits into your new life. If your Third Love bra isn't your new fave, you can always return or exchange it for free. Just go to thirdlove.com/read now to find your perfect fitting bra. And don't forget, you can try it for a full 30 days. Again, thirdlove.com/READ. Try your new favorite bra for free and let them know Crystal sent you. And let's keep going.
We're back. It's time for listener letters.
It sure is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. Am I supposed to wait for you to be done with your selfie photo shoot?
This is your whole moment. Like, I'm not interrupting anything.
Okay, so our first letter... Lord, first of all, shout out to everybody who could not deal with them updates from last week.
I hate all of you.
Similarly, could not... Oh, it was just so much. Good luck to those people. But our first question this week comes from Natasha, who says, I have some light video game questions about Overwatch.
Sickening!
Kid Fury, I know you play it. I don't know about Crystal, girl.
She doesn't.
But it says, if you don't, you should. I think you'd be a great Symmetra main. Symmetra? I don't know.
Pretty sure it's Symmetra.
Symmetra.
I disagree with them.
Oh, okay. I have a couple questions. What is Kid Fury's favorite hero? Or do you play ranked or just stick to quick play? If you do play rank, what is your rank?
I don't play ranked games. That's basically kind of like a I don't really know how to describe it.
Is it like playing with the public?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You can do that on all kinds of games.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I know you can, but I forgot that you, I guess, know things about those games.
I know very few things about video games.
But yes, it's just you playing with the public, and then you're just ranked like overall. Sometimes they're
with like everybody on PlayStation
local, and like everybody who has the game worldwide, whatever. I don't do it because then you're usually playing with people who are I'm usually playing with people who are far, far, far better than me. And and like the more you win, obviously, the higher your rank goes.
Right.
And then every time you lose, you go down a road. So it's just like I don't feel like hurting my own feelings.
I had to do that with the Mario game app that Nintendo put out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to do the little race thing. And sometimes I would win, but anytime it was somebody with an Asian name, I lost bad.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Look,
real
just
bad.
don't play them. Like, don't play them. They will beat the creators 10 times over in their dreams. Like, no, I don't play with them. If I see a Japanese flag next to the name, I'm just like, it's yours, girl.
You already
like,
won.
No.
Don't challenge me.
No, I can't even beat bitches in Brooklyn, so I know I'm not fighting you.
So who's your favorite hero? Are you excited about Doomfist?
I'm excited about Doomfist if it's true that he's going to be voiced by Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is doing a video game? Oh, wow.
I, read that he is like really down to do it, and there's like a big campaign, I guess, for him to actually do it. So I don't see why not doing it. I mean, even if I suck with that character, I'm gonna pick Doomfist just so I can hear Terry Crews say something crazy when I shoot someone or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite character in the game is, oh God, I love so many of them. Diva. Diva is, where is she from? I think is she from Japan or China? Let me check. I think she's from Japan. But she's a gamer herself, and she rides around in a giant pink tank. And
I think she's Korean.
Ooh, that makes way more sense. But yeah, I just like the design of the character. I love
it is not a lady. It's like a monster.
What?
It looks like a Pokemon. It looks like a machine.
Girl, I just told you she rides around in a tank.
Oh, so that's what it is.
Yes, the big pink
so she's
robot,
inside that.
She's inside there.
Okay, got you.
That's definitely my favorite character. I think behind that it would be what is the girl from Mexico? Jeez, she just came out. The one who says bloop. Oh God, I don't know. Whatever. I can't.
Does it update like all the time, or?
Yeah, periodically they add new characters to the game, new stages to the game, and modes and all that kind of stuff, and they keep updating it, which is really fun for people and for games that are popular like this, because after you buy it, you're still getting content and new things to do, and hopefully it's all free. For Overwatch, it usually is.
Oh wow.
And so, yes. And Overwatch tries to do, like, they have characters from all over the world, and they try to represent them well. Some of the things I've seen in there, I felt like, is this offensive to somebody from, like, India or something? I don't know. But I don't really hear too much complaining.
Okay.
But yeah, they have, like, costumes that will fit, like, different religions or cultures and things like that. There's, like, I think the last character they did was it's an African girl. I can't remember if she was 10, how old she was, but she was like one of the smartest people in the world, and she built a big robot that was supposed to like protect her country. I don't know what the fuck the purpose of the robot was, but yeah, little things like that.
So why can't I be Symmetra Main?
Personally, because I just don't see it for her, and so
that's somebody's name.
Yeah, Symmetra Main, I feel like is them saying like that would be your main character, like your main pick.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought it was like a group of people, like a tribe.
No,
like you belong with the Symmetra Main.
She's from. I don't want to just say something and be wrong. I feel like it's India, but I don't know.
I definitely had to Google because I don't know.
She's really pretty, but I just don't really like her. I don't know. I don't really like her moves.
This is a fighting game? Because I tried to play Call of Duty and I could not even figure out how to shoot.
It's more like Call of Duty than it is like a fighting game, but it's way more fun. No. This is the only shooter that I play. And the only reason I play this game is because unlike Call of Duty and other things like that, each character is different. They're unique. It's colorful and it's light and fun, and you know, they spend a lot of money on making it pretty.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't feel like I'm just some nigga with a gun shooting people.
I was literally just running around the whole time trying not to die.
Yeah, that's what I did for the first few months of owning this game.
Okay.
But then you get used to it.
Okay. Well, thank you for that question. Do you watch Housewives of Potomac?
No.
Okay. Because somebody asked us about that one, but if you don't watch it, then it's
I
not.
sure don't.
The thing about Potomac is like, it's trash, but it's growing on me.
I just stopped giving it a chance. I've heard a couple of people are into this season, but I gave up. Last season, I was like, okay, you light-skinned, y'all arguing from two different points of light skin. I don't want to watch this anymore.
I mean, it really is like...
Because one girl was like, I'm not, like, they were like, majority. I think there was one dark-skinned girl on the cast, and the rest of them were light.
There's like 1.5, seriously.
Now.
Yeah.
But last
with
season,
this
it
new
was just
girl.
like this one, right?
Yeah.
And it was like on one end, you got this light-skinned girl who's arguing about how black she is. On the other end, you have her saying, you're not that, you're mixed. You know, there's no way you're that light-skinned and don't have whiteness in you.
Oh, Robin. That's because Robin can pass, for real.
I mean, yeah.
She really can.
But why are y'all literally fussing this whole season up until the reunion about whether or not this girl has white ancestors or not? Who cares?
All of y'all are light as shit. So
it was just so silly, and I just got tired of hearing them tearing each other down for being light skinned or not being light skinned or not light enough, or is you black? Oh well, your eyes green, and I'm like, okay, this is what we're arguing about.
Yeah, and I mean, and they're bougie in like a way that I don't think is funny, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the ladies on this last episode was talking about how they're about to sell their house and they just can't let it go for less than $2 million. And the people who are coming by now and want to get a deal on the house are bottom feeders and they shouldn't even be allowed in my gorgeous home. And meanwhile, this lady is at her house like, girl, that's dated. That's ugly. That chandelier is garbage. Bye, bye, bye.
Right.
So I'm not spending $2 million on a home that I can't move into tomorrow and be happy with. Fuck you mean upgrades and changes shit. Bitch, I just spent $2 million? I don't think so. You're going to have to come down on that price.
Do you know what money is? $2 million? No.
Her and her old ass husband. But anyway, so our first question this week comes from Jasmine.
This is the first question.
Well, second, you're right. Forgot the Overwatch one. So recently my good friend came up on some finance issues and needs to cut her spending. So she asked if we could be roommates.
All right, here we go.
My lease isn't up until November, so I figured I would take some time before I give her a straight answer. I brought this up to my mom and she said, hell no. That basically she feels like my friend is just using me as a fallback now that she's in a shitty situation. And when I originally wanted to room with her last year, she dragged her feet, so I ended up getting a place on my own.
Skip the drama, stay with mama.
My friend
Mother knows best.
My friend also doesn't smoke. She's weird about company and is just overall uptight and dramatic.
So not a great roommate.
But I know the house will be clean and the bills will be paid on time. I'm all for saving $1, but my mom thinks it's not worth my sanity and it will ruin our friendship. Have either of you ever lived with a good friend or someone that you have very different house rules from? And do you think this is a horrible idea?
I just had this conversation with my friend Candace. Oh my gosh.
It's crazy how this shit keeps coming up.
I say hell no. I agree with your mother. I just do. Because when I was talking to my friends about this, I was saying the same thing my mama always told me, which is if you can't have peace at home, you can't have peace shit like anywhere else. Now, if you know you have to consider more than just the fact that the rent's going to be paid, because the rent got to be paid regardless of where you live or who you live with. It just has to be.
It does.
So the ease or lack thereof of paying it really isn't that great a factor, in my opinion. It's about the experience that you're going to be having in the home. And so if you know in your heart of hearts that living with this friend may be rocky, like if you smoke and she don't, 1. If you like having company and she don't, 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those are already 2 big things.
I mean, you can't stay with me if you have a problem with marijuana, period, because it's all over my house.
Period.
In like 7 different forms.
No. Might as well, you might not even be able to come visit.
Okay, it's weed
Like,
on the kitchen table.
Everywhere. And it's not going anywhere. So, like me personally, and we talk about this all the time, I love being alone. Like
Yes.
my peace of mind, and one of the main things that literally keeps me going in this insane city is knowing that throughout all of the bullshit that takes place out in these New York streets,
Right.
I can go home, stick that key into
Woo.
the lock,
Ain't that
and
it?
go into that bitch, and it's just me and Link. You know what I'm saying? And Link could.
And I feel like Link is plenty.
Yeah, she's pretty.
That's all the roommate you
That
need.
is more than enough. More than enough. But she's, super bougie. First of all,
On her Instagram.
the doll.
I can't deal with her
get
fucking Instagram.
a current check, shall we? Because
Link really be on Instagram like she is Blue Ivy's dog.
I have no idea what the fuck she thinks she's doing. But, like,
She be like, just had to come out here and remind the girls that there's only one bad
I
bitch.
don't know where she gets from.
Oh, don't you?
No,
Oh, I wonder.
not at all. But I just wanted to let you girls know that you can still follow her. Link to Baddest at Instagram. She currently has over 12,000
What the?
followers.
You're fucking dog.
So, I mean, she's, encouraging. She's a motivational force. She's, like
I actually love it
a self-help guru.
because Link's Instagram presence is nothing like Link in real life. Like, I feel like Link in real life is like, oh my God, friends, somebody play with. Let me jump on you.
It's just the nature of
pee on
her.
you.
That's the nature of her, personality. It's literally in her breed. It's who she is.
Gotcha.
To, she's not, she's friendly.
Yeah,
she
she
loves
is.
people.
She's friendly.
She also just knows that she's the shit. And she's gorgeous.
And that's fine.
And also, she loves y'all.
Oh, 'cause she does not love everybody else.
I get shaded, but that's just because I'm her mama.
That's because
And
you're
so,
right.
like,
That's because you're always there.
She's just like, oh, girl, yes, enough.
People
Yes,
always,
right,
kids
please
always
put me
behave
down.
better with company than they do with
Absolutely.
their parents. Always. Because the
Shit.
times I've watched Link, I'll be like, what is you mad at this dog for? She be chilling. She's cool.
Where were we going? I don't remember the last trip that we had to go on someplace, but I had to leave her with one of Alex's friends, my manager.
Okay.
And he had to drive her. I don't know if it was Queens or wherever he lived, but I was like, she hates being in the car. She's going to throw a fit the entire time or whatever because she's crazy and I just don't even know. And they called me and like, she was in here looking around sniffing for 5 minutes and then she went to bed. Like,
What are you talking about, demon dog? She was
there's
great.
literally nothing wrong with her. So I get her back and I'm like, so bitch, you just hate me.
Yeah, that's it.
You just don't like me.
She might be human because that is how actual human children
Oh
react.
my gosh, she loves me so much. We're like the best of friends.
No, of course y'all. Clearly y'all are. I mean, she be clowning the shit out of you on Instagram. But
Yeah,
that's fine. That's
she's
fine.
disrespectful. That's not how she is to me. You know what I'm saying? Kids, teenagers especially, they have to like rebel and act like they're the shittest,
Oh, but yeah. So back to this letter. I would
What?
also not advise you to move in with your friends.
Yeah, no, terrible idea.
Especially if you don't particularly need to save money. Like your mother is right. If you don't need that roommate situation, if you're doing okay without it and living with her is going to stress you out, it's not worth your sanity or your mental health or just having some fucking peace at home, girl. Because who don't want to come home after a long day at work and roll them a J and smoke weed in their drawers in the living room and just try to relax? Like,
The
who
next
doesn't?
roommate, God forbid that I fall into a financial canyon somewhere and I'm just,
Right.
praying I get out of it. The next roommate that I have will be like my nigga, like my man. And
That's real.
that is like, we have been together for a while and I love this bitch. And the sight of you, even when you piss me off, when I am disgusted with you, I still want you to come to bed. Like that's the relationship that we have to have.
Don't know what that's like.
Because until then, no, you cannot,
You cannot.
get out.
I actually have no intention of being in a relationship again, but I do want to, if I get pregnant by a rich nigga, that'll be okay. We can co-parent. I'd rather co-parent with a rich nigga because
You'll be
co-parent with
fine.
somebody broke sounds like stress that I
You're
don't
gonna
need.
be in a
But I would,
relationship
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, you are.
I kind of don't think so.
You're gonna be fine.
I would rather just get pregnant by somebody rich and just go off somewhere by myself. But if that's not an option, then I'll just have a baby by myself. And that'll be fine.
At the
People do
very
it
least,
every day.
You're totally gonna have a Stedman.
Or
Stedman. But
I knew you was about to do that.
I mean, because Oprah like sort of has a man.
I just don't have time. Relationships are not worth the effort for me. But anyway, so our last question comes from Gabby, who says, I continue to have an issue with a friend of mine. She's a great friend on many levels, but there's something that bothers me. Due to the fact that I've been single for a very long time, she feels like I need to date and constantly tries to hook me up with practically anyone who comes her way. I'm a professional
Girl.
and a very independent woman, and I'm very cute.
No, that's look, live for yourself.
Okay. But the truth is I am obese. I currently wear a size 28. The issue I have is that she's made comments that I have too high standards and I should date whoever comes my way.
Excuse me, bitch?
This has led to her trying to hook me up with a guy who was about 3 times my size, a guy who didn't have a job or car and lived at home with his mother, and a recovering crack addict. When I question this, this was 3 different men. When I question this, she says that I need to give people a chance and I can't be picky. She would never try to get any of our thin friends to date any of these people, so I feel offended that she thinks I should not have standards because I'm big. Am I overreacting or is my friend dead wrong? Please help me, Gabby.
Your friend is dead wrong, and your friend is inches away, or should be inches away from the palm of your hand.
Yeah, from getting that face smacked.
Because... First of all, it's annoying enough when you are single, especially if you're good being single and somebody is trying to pressure you to be in a relationship or to find somebody or have a man. And I never see people do this to men. They only do this to women. It's almost like, hurry up, girl, find somebody to love you because that validates your worth and who you are. Mm-hmm. And you got to hurry up because you're getting older. And they're like, what if I don't? Like, what if I am a Crystal and I just don't want to maybe I just don't want to, especially if I'm heterosexual and all I can deal with niggas. Do you see the streets? Do you see what I have to work
The
with?
options are so limited. They are just, it's not a lot out here.
Aside from your size, she should just be leaving you the fuck alone and letting you do your own thing and find someone on your own terms in your own motherfucking black ass crisp accord. But she wants to be all in your business on that level and is absolutely implying that you should take whatever vile gutter snipe right up out the hood that she finds.
A recovering crackhead, not even a former crackhead, somebody who is still trying to get past it. Bitch, what? I'm a professional woman. You trying to hook me up with a crackhead, a nigga who lives with his mama, no job, no car, what? Like,
it speaks volumes.
Yep.
To like how she views you and what she feels like you deserve.
Yep.
And besides the fact that it's absolutely false and that you don't need to be settling for anybody and you don't need no motherfucking half-star rated ass nigga, if that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be your man, it's disrespectful and it's rude and it's not what a real friend would do. And I feel like it's also something that people do to try and empower themselves. I talk about this all the time on the show. Motherfuckers who try to stick themselves in like the self-help lane or in the love and relationship lane and do all of these things. It's not in an effort to actually help anybody as much as it is to make themselves feel like they're, this great person and they're doing the God's work and I have all of the answers. No, she's just trying to make herself feel good because she wants to make it seem like, oh, well, poor fat you're never going to have a man. So let me go ahead and push somebody your way. And bitch, you should be grateful. No, you should be grateful that I have not busted out both your kneecaps by now with your bullshit. Get the fuck out my face. That girl's not your friend.
Yeah, I would have to tell her, like, listen, sis, it's no more of the hooking up shit from you. Like, I would honestly rather be by my damn self than have you try to hook me up with another one of these niggas. Like, are you just in the parking lot at Quick Trip?
Like, right.
Where do you even meet these men?
Like, are you just standing outside of
to be like, I know the perfect girl for you.
Right.
My friend, she's a biggin', so she'll date you.
You just hanging out at Mobile, smoking a cigarette, waiting for any motherfucker to come up and ask for some change.
Like, literally anybody. Just some nigga at the payphone. Just the motherfucker passing out flyers outside of Live or whatever. Like, right, the nigga putting flyers on the car.
Anybody.
It's fucked up, and it, like Kid Fury said, it definitely shows that she feels like, not only does it show how she feels about you, she feels like you don't deserve anything better
Absolutely.
than that.
Yes.
She feels like that's the quality and caliber of man you deserve because of what your body looks like, and that's really fucked up. And if she is a true friend, then you can call her out on it and she will apologize and change her behavior. And if she doesn't, then you can cut her right the fuck off.
And it doesn't even sound like it because you're basically doing what most people would do and saying, girl, what the fuck is your problem?
She said that you need to give people a chance and you can't be picky.
She's making excuses.
Bitch, I can't be picky. Yes, the fuck I can.
Are you stupid?
You can be big as you want to and be picky as shit at the same damn time. It's your life.
Newsflash. Not everybody thinks like you and these motherfucking rappers out here acting like all they take down are these skinny ass Larsa Pippen girls. Like, not everybody does. Plenty of big girls are fine in being big, and they're pulling niggas that you could only dream of, because not everybody has the same taste and not everybody's ignorant as fuck. So
right, people are different. Not everybody likes thin girls. There are plenty of people out there who prefer big women. I know that might blow y'all's mind. Yes.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes even muscular, athletic men love a fat girl. I know that's so crazy to y'all, but it's real and it happens.
Like, sometimes I have to remind the gays and the straights, like, you know that there are plenty of niggas that will fuck femme boys. Like, you do know
that there are niggas who be like, give me a femme nigga right now.
Like, I don't want that nigga unless his weave is at least 32 inches long. Like,
I mean, that's definitely me with women. Like, you have to be stud or greater on the masculinity side, because I cannot do nobody who's like, I'm trying to put on my makeup.
I have seen some fine studs and you'll be like, titties too big.
Oh, titties are my personal hang up, man, because I don't like mine, so I just kind of really don't like yours.
Right.
But anyway, I'm working on it. It's a thing that I'm trying to get past. But you can be, as the idea that because you're big, you have to lower your standards is trash.
It
is trash.
It's bullshit.
And if anything, I feel like the more people shit on you for what you look like, the pickier you should be about who you allow into your life and to get to know you and in your home and all that, because people are just assholes. So if you want to have high ass standards, and I mean, and really, it's not high standards to be like, oh, sorry, girl, no recovering crackheads.
No, I would actually like a guy who is not recovering from crack.
Like, I'm a professional woman. I have my shit together.
No shade to addicts, because I know you guys like to get personal or feel like we are attacking somebody or whatever. So let me just go ahead and throw that out before we get a new letter next week. I am simply saying that on a plan, like she said, she would have never taken that guy or any of the other motherfuckers that she introduced this girl to her skinny friends.
Right. I mean, and
if you didn't like him for picking his teeth, you could have been like, no, not my type. And that's like,
and you are allowed to say that. Just because you're big doesn't mean that you just all of a sudden can't be like, no, girl. Like, I'm a professional lady. I have like a good ass job and everything. And if I want somebody who also has a good ass job, then that's fine. And I mean, saying that I don't want to date a recovering addict just means that, I mean, maybe y'all don't like it, but everybody is not in a place to be dating. Dating is not always something that should be a priority in everybody's life. Sometimes you need to take some time to yourself and get your fucking shit together. Actually, very frequently, y'all need to work on your damn selves before you get in a relationship with somebody else. And if you are recovering from a crack addiction, I'm going to go ahead and say you should be in that same category.
Probably just take a break.
Of working on your motherfucking self.
Maybe.
That's all, because relationships require you to give so much of you and pay so much attention to somebody else. And you cannot do that in a healthy way when you have so much you need to do on yourself. But people just hate the thought of being single, so y'all just like, I have to have somebody.
No.
Oh no, I'm single. I might actually have my life together and be happy alone. Oh my God.
I do not miss that.
So anyway, that wraps up the questions this week. Send yours to asktheread@gmail.com.
As long as your standards aren't up there with Rosonda, All Lives Matter, Thomas.
Oh, we'll get there.
I think you'll be fine.
All right.
Support for this week's episode of The Read is being brought to you by Loot Crate. Loot Crate offers an incredible range of pop culture items for less than $20 a month. Every month there's a different theme and a new exclusive item you can only get with Loot Crate. I've gotten fun Pop Funko creatures from there, which I think I'm going to just start collecting because I love them so much.
Yeah.
May's theme is Guardians. Loot Crate is celebrating the brave heroes who take on all challengers, protecting everything from their neighborhood to the whole galaxy. You know what that means. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 things, Star Wars things, Destiny things, and the Goonies. And I know plenty of y'all are nerds, so get your life.
Yes, one lucky subscriber will also win a Mega Crate featuring a premium format Groot figure from Slideshow Collectibles that stands over 22.6 inches tall, and that's just one of the Mega Crate prizes, so get on it. You have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern to subscribe and receive that month's crate, but when the cutoff happens, that's it. You missed out. It's over. So go to lootcrate.com/read and enter code READ to save $3 on any new subscription today. That's lootcrate.com/read, promo code READ. Save $3 on any new subscription. Go ahead and get your fun geek shit, and let's keep going.
Don't forget, support for this episode of The Read is also being brought to you by Talkspace. Talkspace is the online therapy company that makes it easy to connect with a licensed and experienced therapist, handpicked just for you for as little as $32 a week. It's getting to that moment, you know, spring is here and all of those things. Summer is right around the corner, so that means plenty of y'all about to break up with somebody who ain't shit. And so, if you need somebody to talk to you, here you go. You can talk with a therapist whenever and wherever you are, on the web or over the phone, without scheduling, traveling, or worrying about your privacy. That's right. They will keep Tyrone's name to themselves.
Yes. With Talkspace, you don't have to hesitate with texting, audio, or video messaging your therapist. You can do it as much as you need. Your Talkspace therapist is there for you whenever you need them. Woo, you guys have talked so much about how much you love Talkspace, and it's so good to see so many of us not only giving therapy a chance, but sharing that blessing with others. Like I said, I love my Talkspace therapist. We check in every day, every other day. She's just trying to make sure, you know, I'm still doing good and moving forward and all that. So if you're still on the fence about Talkspace, their customer support is available to answer any non-clinical questions you might have about how Talkspace works, how it might be right for you. Sign up today by going to Talkspace.com/read and enjoy a special offer of $30 off your first month. That's Talkspace.com/READ, or download the Talkspace app, which is also super convenient. Love it. And use code READ. Talkspace, it's therapy for how we live today. Go ahead and sign up, talk to somebody, get your shit figured out, and let's move on with the show.
We are back. It is now time for the finale, The Read.
It sure is. And since you already mentioned Rosanda, I'm sure that she's coming up.
Well, oh, is that your read?
No, I mean, if you want to do TLC, I can do Miley, because she had this coming.
Oh, no, I'm doing Miley.
Oh, okay. Well, so would you like me to go first?
Sure.
Would you like to go first? Okay. So, hey, man, at first I thought you forgot Miley.
Oh, I sure didn't.
Okay.
In fact, I have 4 reads.
Well, let me just go ahead and get this one out the way. In case you don't, well, no, y'all know who Chili is, but TLC, who recently had to crowdfund their album that I guess is now finally coming out.
Might as well stop now.
Is doing, I guess, a bit of a promo tour, and they talked to Channel 4 UK this week, and the interviewer brought up Black Lives Matter and all the political unrest going on in America and in the UK. And so she asked, you know, T-Boz and Chili, you know, how do y'all feel about these movements? And Chili spoke right up and said, well, personally, I didn't go out there and do all that Black Lives Matter marching because that's none of my business.
Basically, like this.
Y'all out there talking about all that shit, and I just don't. Because for me, it's like all lives matter. And so, like, what's happening is, like, messed up, and these black boys are dying. And if it was a Caucasian kid that got hurt, that would be messed up too. And so I just feel like some of these.
Full force into
I just feel like some of these police officers, you know, they get a little bit of authority and they start getting drunk off of it and, you know, abusing it or whatever, but it's just like an all lives matter type of situation.
Shut up, dumbass.
So then, so as if that was not bad enough, right, they continue on and I don't remember what she says to Chili, or not Chili, but to T-Boz about it. But the topic of Donald Trump came up.
Right.
And she was like, well, I don't really care about Donald Trump because God is my president. And right, so shout out to everybody that's going to affect, but I'm not one of them. So whatever. I did Celebrity Apprentice and he was garbage then. So I don't know, you guys. Good luck.
A fucking dumbass.
So I feel like these are very common phrases that we hear from people who are interested in promoting and maintaining respectability politics, but also people who get the majority of their news from Instagram, and like that's not just pop culture news, but like also anything political, and probably most of their religious interaction also is coming from one of these apps. Because for you to be as black as you fucking are, Chili, and for your whole career to have been spent in black music and all your fans being black as shit, and everything about you, bitch, you're in Atlanta, like everything about you is so surrounded in blackness, for you to have absolutely no fucking clue about what you're talking about, to the point of you saying, oh, well, I just feel like all lives matter because that's what that is. Like, sis. And then to turn around and be like, oh, well, if it happened to a white boy, that would be fucked up too. Bitch, the whole fucking reason we out in the streets protesting every time the police kill another one of our kids is because when it happens to white kids, somebody gets in trouble. And it don't even happen the way it happens to us. Like, for you to be that fucking ignorant about it when blackness is all that you have ever been a part of and are doing, it's just like, how can you care this little about what's going on? Or how can you be in such a rush to make white people happy? It sucks some white girl's pussy to be like, oh, well, all lives matter if you ask me. And sometimes these hooligans are just out here and you never know what'll happen. It's just like, bitch, you really have no idea. That lets me know you don't read any newspapers that exist in the real world. You don't even watch network news. You don't go out of your way to read like decent news sources on the internet. You are just saying what the fuck ever, and you don't know shit about Black Lives Matter, and you just decided to say all lives matter because you thought, of course, all lives matter, not just the black ones. Like,
I don't even feel like that.
I mean, but I don't see how else. How do you not know what's going on? How is that the case?
I don't think so. It's not, her tone to me sounded like she knew exactly what she was saying, because I have heard many stars, if you want to call them that, say all lives matter, and it sounds like they're literally saying it from a perspective like the obvious one,
right? But
to her, it was almost like this stank attitude, like that ain't got nothing to do with me, and I don't know nothing about this, and I don't be doing all of that. It's almost like she was not just saying it from the place where it's like very clear that every life matters or whatever, but more so in like a rebellious or defensive tone towards the movement.
But like, your justification for it was so moronic. It didn't make sense.
I mean, but yeah, she's a moron. She said it in the first place.
So it's just like, and I felt like that white woman just sat back like, wow, you really said that.
Thanks so much for this. I'm getting a raise.
Like, and then here comes T-Buzz, like, just in case y'all thought she was about to come out of this scot-free.
Right.
Like, well, just so everybody knows, God is my president. Like, I get where you super churchy niggas are coming from with that. Like, God has dominion over my life and he has the final say. I get what you're saying, but we don't live in God. We live in the United States of America. Like, we
all live in God.
God lives in me.
God lives in us.
But we do not live in God-America. Like, we are right here in a real country with a real electoral college that really elected Donald Trump, and we really have to deal with
America.
We really have to deal with the fallout of this man being president. And speaking of the fallout of this man being president,
I mean, let's just get into it. Let's just dive in.
My nigga!
What a fucking moron.
I would have never. Trump has been an idiot since day one.
The very beginning.
But never, ever would I have thought he would have fired the director of the FBI.
Let's just do it.
Fucking never.
Let's just go for it.
You mean to tell me that this man was like, well, actually, yes, we are investigating Trump and his campaign and whether they had any political ties to Russia. And then 2 days later, you're like,
oh, well, you have no job.
TTYL, girl. No shade. This is because, and then the justification for it, oh, well, it's because of what they did to Hillary and the whole email.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you're Team Hillary, girl?
Oh, yeah.
So now you're like,
that's what it is. Huh?
Oh, y'all did Hillary wrong, so now I'm gonna fire you. No, you felt that heat turning up on your ass, and you know the FBI is this close to exposing you.
I hope Hillary and Comey pull up in front of that fucking White House in a fucking Lamborghini with the doors open and hit a goddamn donut out in front of that street and march up to that bitch like, well, here is the actual Lipton.
Like this, I feel like whatever it is with Russia is gonna be what gets Trump the fuck out of here,
because he is making so many clear little moves and doing things to try and get us as far away from that discussion as possible.
Like, and then since his bitch out on TV, like, it's just time for everybody to move on from the whole Russia thing. I don't think so, Sarah.
No, girl.
We're not gonna just move on, bitch. We're gonna talk about Russia.
Armitage. We will
discuss. So for T-Bots to be like, oh, well, God is my president. No, girl, Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America.
Yeah, he is.
And we all have to deal with it. And for you to be like, God is my president, just lets me know you are also not reading the news.
And for two niggas who are begging motherfuckers for money to make their last album, you would expect.
That's exactly where I was going. Because for you to be like, well, my thoughts and prayers out to everybody who has to deal with that. Bitch, since when are you so rich that you don't have to deal with that? You said that like you was Chrissy Teigen out here and you just got so much money you ain't got to. Wasn't y'all just on GoFundMe last year talking about help us put out our last album? We love you guys, our fans. I know Lisa not here, but please give us money.
Right, let's just have your money anyway.
If y'all have so much fucking money, then and you just don't have to worry about the fallout from the Trump administration, because it's true. If you have a certain amount of money, probably Trump's plans are going to benefit you.
You still niggas.
Right. But first of all, you still niggas. If you not directly affected, your people are affected. Right. You have rights as a woman that are called into question and all this type of shit. But like, also, y'all are not rich.
Like,
let's just go right back to that.
Brass tacks.
Because if you got enough money, most other things in American society really don't matter. You can have enough money to transcend your race.
Yeah, that's true.
But you don't have it. Because people who have that kind of money are the ones funding GoFundMes, not asking for them.
True tea.
You not Will Smith and Jada out here.
True tea, bitch.
You're not Beyonce and Jay. You're not Michelle and Barack.
You're not B1 and 2.
You're just not out here. You clearly do not have the type of income to where it is at all justified for you to be like, oh, well, you know, sorry for you girls, but God is my president, so I'll be just fine. Okay. And when you write back on GoFundMe next year talking about, help, the economy crashed and now we can't put out our album or whatever. I don't even know. Like, don't come to us asking for money to put out your shit and then turn around and be like, oh, well, you know, God bless those of you who actually have to deal with this president. Bitch, you mean the vast majority of the fucking country, including you? These niggas trying to pass a healthcare plan. Oh my God. I actually can't. That makes every fucking thing a pre-existing condition. And see, including acne. Acne? What? Acne?
How?
Literally breakouts. It's not like, oh, well, you can't get insurance. It's because you have a pre-existing condition. We can now charge you $10,000 a month for your premiums.
Because you have acne.
Right. Or, I mean, any number of things. And one of the things that they added to this list of pre-existing conditions was rape and sexual assault. Yeah. And I know that the entire, not even just sexual assault, but domestic abuse. And I know that the entire reason for them doing that is to discourage women from ever reporting it in the first place. Because if there's a record that somebody violated you, now all of a sudden you have to pay higher premiums to get health insurance because somebody else violated your privacy and safety. Like, the Republicans, and see, again, y'all are not watching or reading the news. Because if you did, you would never say something so fucking ignorant as, oh, well, my heart goes out to everybody who has to deal with that. Bitch, do you not have a pussy and a uterus? Like, this affects us all, girl. This affects, and if not you, then somebody you know or love or one of your many, many fans. Your fans are not wealthy. Like, people, this is real life that we're going through. I know this presidency seems like a long ass, I don't know, kind of, it's House of Cards and Scandal and Veep.
And Family Guy.
It's everything. It's actually, and Celebrity Apprentice, because he feels like he could just fire anybody and that's saying like, oh, nah, you didn't make this Russia thing go away. You asking too many questions. You gone. Like, it ain't nobody else at the FBI.
His administration is literally like America, like the whole liquor scam, that everything that has made this country what it is. It's like that, but butt naked. Like nothing is happening. You know what I'm saying? It's very clear that he has all of the pieces to make sure everything you're mad about, you can literally just be mad. And I know what you're mad about, and I did it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I know you know I did it. But what you gonna do if the whole squad is on me? Like, everybody that you can talk to, work for me, bitch.
Trump is really just Phaedra in a white man's body.
Ooh, come on.
You have lied and scammed and stolen your way up to the very fucking top.
That was powerful.
But it's only...
You know who she's friends with?
Omarosa.
That's right.
And she was at that trash-ass wedding. Yes, she was. Cedar, that's another one.
Connections.
I'm just saying. But it's only so long you can lie and scare. Well, I don't know. White men seem to get away with it forever.
Yeah, the whole
But
time.
this whole Russia thing, it cannot die. And for the Trump administration to really feel like, oh, well, y'all just need to stop talking about it. Like, bitch, we've literally not talked about anything but this for like 5 or 6 months now. It's not going away. You're going to have to... We're going to find out what the Russians have on Trump. We going to find out.
Bring it.
And I cannot wait. So, but yeah, fuck T-Boz and Chili for them ignorant ass comments, girl. Y'all should be the main ones out here talking about, Black Lives Matter and fuck Trump. And y'all should be the main ones out here leading the resistance because your fans are those people. You acting like y'all done crossed over and you got white girls out here coming to see you like your name is Ariana Grande or what the fuck ever. Like, you ain't got that audience, bitch.
You'll be lucky if one of these little victorious girls actually invited you to a concert to come do No Scrubs or something like that. Like,
I mean,
you better
really,
hope Ed Sheeran allows you to come and do that shit or something.
And I was about to say y'all would be lucky to open for Escape. when they go on tour because
so lucky.
Because the children,
literally, you're so right.
Because the children do not give a shit about TLC. Y'all need to get on the old niggas tour, the 28 and up tour with Escape, because that's who's gonna be at they shows. But y'all are pissing off the black people who know better than this, and it's just. I guess Chili had this coming because she said something about Beyonce a couple years ago. Dustin was like, "Oh, nah, this bitch came for Beyonce, so fuck her."
I didn't even realize that.
I mean, it was something about, words we should leave behind in 2013, and one of them was Queen Bee or something like that. So, I don't know.
Or whatever.
Right, whatever. But this was garbage. This was trash, and y'all could have kept it. So,
and really foolish marketing.
I mean, it was just nobody. So y'all just don't have no media coaching. Y'all took all that money from GoFundMe and poured it all in the album, and you're right.
I guess they figured, like, who cares if the album flops? We didn't pay for it.
I mean, and I guess that's one way of looking at it, but damn, you just the money's not in the album, the money is in touring and appearances and merch, and everyone knows that. So
and even if I were semi-interested in purchasing a TLC album, I'm definitely not going to no TLC concert, because having a TLC album without Left Eye on it is like enough. Like, I would have been buying it just out of the support of y'all and the fact that you still ain't got your sister. But to go and see you perform as a duo, no thanks.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. And now you talking about All Lives Matter. I might give your album, I might give it one listen when it comes out. Might, but I have a feeling I'm not gonna like it. So
I'm definitely don't think I'm gonna like it. I listened to that little song they put out the other day, and I was like, oh, this is cute for the girls who still see, just like you just said. This would have been cute, like, in the night. Like, if you listen to TLC growing up, it has, like, that older little vibe to it. It doesn't sound like a hit to me at all. It sounds like something that you could clean your house to on Sunday.
Okay.
But that's that same crowd. And that crowd that vibe with you back then are not out here saying all lives matter.
Right. No, we're not, girl. We know way better than that. So, I mean, and hell, these kids know better than the old folks do. So, y'all fucking up every which way. So, bye. And I'm done.
So...
now here you go.
I'm so excited. Well, I do have 4. Should I just leave Miley for last?
Do you really have 4?
Yeah, but these should be quick.
Oh, okay. I'm sure.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say to anybody who was out here perpetuating the idea that Beyonce got lip fillers.
Oh, Lord.
Slap yourself in the face with a largemouth bass. Because that was like, first of all, okay, I can't do the read because Crystal is outside of the door blowing her nose and expects for me to just keep going. Like, this isn't super distracting. So let's wait. Thanks so much.
Wait, were you still talking?
About you?
The studio on purpose.
Yeah.
I left it on purpose. I'm sorry, my allergies are so bad.
I understand that Beyonce is great at many things, in most things, especially being like the number one bitch in the music industry. And, with that being a fact, it comes with a lot of bullshit, and she's been dealing with a lot of the drama. And every time y'all can give her some new crazy rumor, you do. Beyonce's been pregnant before. Beyonce's face spread from left to right the last time she was pregnant. She is now pregnant with 2 people. And so, besides the fact that it's her, to accuse a woman, especially a woman of color, of getting lip fillers when she is out, we don't even know how many months pregnant, but hopefully almost finished, because she looks like, get them out. Mm-hmm. But to say that, oh, well, she, like, her nose is much bigger, her lips is much bigger, her face is fuller, that's how pregnancy works. Like, can't y'all just let women do their thing? Like, she couldn't just have this baby without y'all giving her some more shit. Like, do you not know that that's something that happens to women's faces when they get pregnant sometimes? You don't know that their face will spread and their feet will get fucking swollen. Like, it's miserable enough when you got 2 people living inside of you and eating from you and doing all of this craziness, and you got to keep reminding yourself that the, pregnancy and bringing life into this world is beautiful and it's a blessing, as much as it's crazy and probably uncomfortable in your back and you gotta sleep on your side and all of this shit that I could never in my wildest dreams handle. Oh, let's also attack this woman's face. Like, she looking at her face every day in the mirror like, who the fuck are you? Like, this is great. God is blessing me. I'm getting 2 more. They're gonna slay. They'll be perfect at everything. Getting 2 more. They're going to slay. They'll be perfect. Rubbing her temples and has to deal with this shit too. Come on. Like,
Right.
come on. Regardless of who this would have been, not only is it a dumb rumor because we know why her lips are bigger, it's just unfair and it's not nice. Next. For those of you who go to strip clubs, I want to remind you of something. Strippers work for tips. So you generally, when someone is doing a performance, and they're dancing and, doing all of these acrobatic movements,
Man.
what you do in those situations is you throw money at them. Because that's what they're working for. And at King of Diamonds specifically, lots of these girls are willing to die for this money. I don't know if you've never been to King of Diamonds or a strip club that's like it, but you came.
What an
with me.
experience that is.
It's joyous.
My
it's absolutely
God.
beautiful. Did you even get wings? You didn't even experience the wings.
There was chicken.
It's a strip club.
I
girl.
mean, but there was
it's a strip club in Miami.
I mean, it was just ass everywhere. It was
Wings, conch fritters, whatever you need.
Oh, wow. No, I was high and enjoying the ass.
Good enough.
It was everywhere.
But one of my absolute favorites, Shawty Red, literally climbs, what did he say, 30 feet or something up into the air on this pole, gets up onto one of the beams,
Yeah.
like literally leaves the pole and is up on this ceiling, up on one of the beams, like Millie rocking and shit.
When
like,
we walked in, she was transferring herself from the pole to the beam, and I was like, "Is this bitch hanging from the ceiling?"
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I could not believe it. I was like, "Somebody give me some ones."
At least once. Thank you.
I just got here, and I got a tipper.
So what you do in those situations is you throw money at them. Like, you don't just go to the club and see titties and puss for free. Like, they're working, so pay them. Like, now if the dancer is just trash, now there are some lazy ass dancers in the world, and some of them, maybe they're new, they might be a little shy, or they just don't wanna.
I don't know if them girls at King of Diamonds can be called lazy though. Huh. Woo! I don't think so. That Jocelyn
She
lookalike
did more than she needed to.
Holy God! Wow.
We'll get to that later.
I paid her electric bill. I paid a few girls' electric bill
I'm
in
sure you
Miami. I paid a few because I took $500 in cash with me to Miami, and it's all gone.
Well, there it is. There it is. So, yes, I just wanted to remind you that when you do go to strip club, male, female, whoever you are, tip these, give them the money, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they're out here doing all of these death-defying ass tricks and shit and twirling around and risking their fucking lives and their vertebrae and shit, all this shit, their neck and all that, their back, their pussy and their crack. Like, you just give them the money. Shit. And for the hosts or the mic niggas in these clubs, shut up. Nobody even came here to see you anyway. Okay? Stop saying all this horrible shit about this misogynistic shit about these women and stuff. They're making this money from nobody came here to see you or hear you, Otis.
No, we didn't.
Well, we were in G5, which no shade to G5 because that party those girls were, I think maybe it was a little bit early in the day. Because what was her name?
I do not know.
Treasure? Innocence?
I'm not innocent.
Silent Prayer? Something that was like completely ironic or whatever.
It might have been Treasure.
But she was just up there like, whatever. And I was just like,
I'm a little tired.
But the guy who was on the mic said something about a young man who was in there who had on like purple lipstick. And he said something like, this nigga got on purple lipstick, kill yourself. And I want to say, no, you kill yourself.
Wow.
You didn't hear
nigga,
him?
at a black queer event?
And he said it like 3 times.
Oh, damn.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you dumb, stupid ass,
Oh, no.
toenail biting ass bitch?
No, that's
Get off the
fucked up.
mic. We're not even here for you. We're here for tits. Bitch, you could literally be quiet. They could cut your mic off and we'll still have fun. As long as the girls do it. Well, not there, because those girls weren't motivated. But
Well, I mean, some of them, that girl who got up on the pole upside down, and then when they do the thing where they shoot down real
that
fast.
was tip drill. But see, she don't even dance like regularly.
Oh,
She
okay.
came specifically for Dimples.
Oh, okay.
Because my girl is the shit. But
Listen, I thought she was about to crush her neck. And when she lived,
tip drill is, do you remember you remember that dancer in Miami who literally fell and like hurt herself? And
Yes,
everybody
yes.
was, that's her.
oh no, so she has hurt herself before.
Yeah.
Doing that move. I think
Can't keep a real G down.
I think I just literally went and got a stack of ones and just started.
Yeah.
just
She deserved it.
zooped.
Yes.
You
But see, I don't think she's a regular there. If she even still dances, I don't know that she dances at G5 regularly or even King of Diamonds anywhere. I don't know. But before we even got into the club, they were like, Tip Joe's here waiting. She want to know when you walk in, bitch, because she's going to hit the stage.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, she gave you a little, a show. And the other girl who was supposed to be one of the hosts that night who was dancing gave you a show too. But the rest of the girls there that night were like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I don't want dyke money, I guess. I don't know what their problem was. But regardless, if you want a mic, we don't really need to hear too much of your fucking mouth. Just tell us which girl needs to get to the stage. And if you're in the crowd and you see some girl doing some popping shit, some fun shit, some shit you ain't never seen, you're like, throw the money.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Next. Also at Sweet Heat, the pool party, Dan Rue, Dancing Dan, and Nick Nack Patty Whack, whatever he calls himself.
Okay.
The two young men who are very famous for saying, oh no, baby, what is you doing?
Oh, like yes, Asante show. I did not realize that was a video. I just thought it was a meme.
Oh, it's several videos.
I had no idea. Asante had to show me.
I think they're great. I thought they were hilarious long before they came to Sweet Heat, but they were booked for, I think, the second pool party. I thought they were great hosts, especially Dan. Always dancing, and 90% of party hosts, especially you IG model girls who be getting booked. All they do is go into the club and drink some Ciroc that was purchased for them. Maybe, if you are lucky, they'll get on the microphone and say hi to you. And then they leave maybe like 30 minutes to an hour later.
Right.
They don't do shit. This nigga was dancing with the DJ up on the stage, on the steps, in the pool, on the pool, here, there, everywhere, like really engaging the crowd. I personally thought they were decent hosts. What I noticed, because I follow Nick on Instagram, in the comments for the party, he was talking about it was live, blah, blah, blah. And I think he put a hashtag that said like LGBT pride. And so then you had some people in his comments. Most of them were cool, but some people were asking, oh, so like, this mean you gay? Are you gay?
What?
You gay? First of all, if you watch the video, you can see clearly that it's 98% women here. Like femme, stud,
right.
Whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Like they were 2 out of maybe 6 niggas that were there.
I was about to say, I didn't even see a lot of gay men at Sweet Heat. It was overwhelmingly women.
Me, Tay, like Brian Fred.
Yes.
And that may have been it, honestly.
Honestly,
So,
y'all four.
I don't.
Yes.
But it's just, all I want to say about that is just let people be comfortable with their sexuality. Nothing about that man seemed gay to me. Nothing about either one of them seemed gay to me. But even if they were so, like, why? They don't have to tell you. They don't have to explain anything to you. But they aren't. They're doing their job.
Right.
They were asked
It's a job.
to come to this event and host it for money.
Right.
Like, I heard that Safari is going to be doing DC Gay Pride for men. And I'm sure he's going to get shit for it.
Oh, that's Safari. I thought you meant from Flavor of Love.
God bless her.
I was about to say, wow.
Yeah, right. No, like DC Male Gay Pride, which is I think it's Memorial Day weekend. And I heard that Safari is going to be one of the hosts there. I know they're going to give him shit for that. The nigga's literally going to get a check to come to a club and host it and leave. And I think that it's dope when people do that because it just shows like, plenty of them probably could just be taking whatever they get. Like plenty of them need to be answering whatever email. You know what I'm saying?
Every email.
Plenty of them.
When can I be there?
But if you're someone who's consistently getting bookings, and I know that these young men are, and they're doing their own thing, and they do all these clips with Puffy and Odell Beckham and in Jeremiah videos and all this other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They're just, working.
Yeah.
So they don't need to be attacked with that type of shit. But more than that, he had left a comment under one of them before I think just turning the comments off altogether, saying that he's straight, comfortable with his sexuality, and he doesn't hold anything against anybody, and he's also working. Let people be comfortable with who they are and their sexuality. Straight, gay, bi, pan, A, it doesn't matter. And the same thing goes for gender identity. Like, let people live, bro. If they're not doing anything to you, he is making more money being there, having you question whether or not he's gay than you are questioning his sexuality for free. Leave.
It's just foolish. It's a fucking job.
Past that, even if he was there just to have a good fucking time because he heard it was going to be lit, why does that have to be something gay? Like, why can't people be them? You know what I'm saying? Like, let people be comfortable with who they are and their sexuality. Just because you aren't doesn't mean that other people can't be. Just because you would never, be caught dead at a pride or a this or a that doesn't mean that everybody's as dumb and as ignorant as you. And it annoys me because that type of shit really does eventually wear on people and get to people. Like I said, he eventually just turned his comments off. And
Which is sad.
That is something that I can't really blame them too much. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't either. Because people are ridiculous.
Right. And all that does is like fuck with the allies that we do have. And it makes them feel like, I don't want to say, no, I don't know. It just makes people like think twice, I think, before involving them in stuff that supports us, because they just don't want to hear y'all fucking mouth. And nobody should be hearing your mouth anyway, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, continue to do whatever it is that you're doing that nobody gives a fuck about. Continue to be broke. Continue to be questioning what sexuality is, what your sexuality is, and how all of that stuff works. And leave people that are cool and not bothering nobody the fuck alone. Last but not least.
Amen.
Miley Cyrus, sweetheart. Oh, girl. So we're at the 2-hour mark. Whatever.
See, what happened?
Yeah, I don't care.
What happened?
I guess we're just incapable at this point.
It's just not possible for us to keep this under 90 minutes.
Yeah. So Miley Cyrus decided to get on, she was doing an interview. I think this is with Billboard. She's got new music out. She's got pigtails and the whole little country outfit. She's looked like a little white sandy cheeks now. I heard she's also back with, Thor's little brother. I don't remember. Liam Hemsworth. And they're just riding ponies and skipping rocks through the river and having mint juleps. And
sounds like a great Caucasian time.
Yeah. And so in this interview, at one point, she was asked if she was influenced by a folk singer I've never heard of named Melanie Safka, I think. And she goes, she did, and I grew up with her. But I also loved that new Kendrick song, Humble, she's talking about. And she quotes, show me something natural like ass with some stretch marks. I love that because it's not come sit on my dick, suck on my cock. I can't listen to that anymore. That's what pushed me out of the hip hop scene a little. It was too much Lamborghini, got my Rolex, got a girl on my cock. I am so not that. And then she talks about her record allegedly being political and so on and so forth.
Oh, girl.
So first of all, nobody asked her about hip hop. I saw some people saying that they were baiting her into saying this. Nobody asked her anything about dicks or anything like that. Like, no one did.
You did that on your own.
She brought this up on her own. So I'd love to hear that. I mean, I know she put out some little half-ass iOS press apology and I read it. I don't care. And this is not me accusing Miley Cyrus of being racist today. This is me simply saying that Miley Cyrus is full of shit. First of all, nobody in rap says suck on my cock. Like, no one says cock. Last time I think I heard cock on a rap song was like when Trina said it on Diamond Princess or something. And that was when weirdly like a couple people in Miami were referring to pussy as cock. Don't know why.
Wow.
Came and went. Either way. This is ridiculous to me for a few reasons. First of all, being the fact that you were this white girl who was just so determined to profit off of hip hop and the culture and the look and the sounds and the women and the butts and, all of this stuff and doing the very best you could to fit in to that corner and being told time and time again that we didn't want you there. Now, all of a sudden, oh, you're just so not that. And that's what pushed you away from hip hop, huh? No, what pushed you away from hip hop was that you didn't belong there in the first place. And you were tired of hearing everybody tell you that. That's what it was. But this makes no sense to me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Come sit on my dick, suck on my cock. You don't like that, but you like Kendrick Lamar's line about having natural stretch marks. Like, he don't also say on that very same song, ooh, that pussy good, come and sit it on my taste buds.
The very same song.
Like, he doesn't right after that say, I'll still take you down right on your mama's house, right on your mama's couch in polo socks. What are you talking about?
It's still about you can get this dick.
What? Like, that was the whole point of the line. Whether you had a natural ass or a fake one, I'm still gonna fuck you. Like, that's what he was saying on this. What the fuck are you talking about? You fucking dumbass. Past that, what really annoys me is the nerve of you trying to say that you were pushed, you felt like you needed to push back from the hip hop scene because it was just too vulgar for you. Like, you are not the same girl who was up on stage literally performing with strap-ons on, dildos, riding inflatable dicks, having parties with big black dick cakes that you eat and taking pictures of, rapping with Mike Will Made It and Future and all these motherfuckers who do nothing but rap about exotic bitches and lean and drugs, fucking whoever and doing all this crazy shit. You ain't have no problem when you was wearing jersey unitards and shit and looking ridiculous with these Sailor Moon buns and shit on and smacking big booty black girls up on stage wearing chicken cutlets and grinding on married men and coming out on stage on your tour talking about they tried to kill your favorite bitch. They thought they were to motherfucking take me out. What's up, motherfuckers? Let's fucking party. Like your whole brand for the last 3, 4, however many years has just been vulgarity. Like that's all it's been.
It has.
But you, when no one even asked you about it, decided to blame hip hop for that. Now you want to be another one, just like the Biebers and everybody else who want to dip their toe into blackness because they know it's cool, they know it's lit, they know it's fun. And when you get rejected because you shouldn't be here, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what you're doing, you ignorant as fuck, then, oh, well, let me just, it's y'all's fault. And I never ever this, all I do is drink Arnold Palmer's with my white man. And, we just, we skip through the meadow and we pick, little branches and trees and we stick them in our mouths and we love Blanche Devereaux and whatever. Like, bitch, I see right through all of that shit. You are so full of shit. Nobody asked you about hip hop or what led you to leaving it or whatever. We knew exactly what it was. It didn't work for you. And you tried to phase into this weird acid pop shit. We are wearing all of Nicki Minaj's old wigs after she cussed you out and all kinds of fucking like weird ass like G-strings and doing the most, literally the most, cussing up a storm. That ain't have nothing to do with black people or hip hop. That was you wanting to be rebellious, crazy ass Miley Cyrus. And apparently now you're trying to clean it up and get back to, some good old homegrown country pop and, be able to have a crisp Sunday lunch with your dad again. I don't know.
She grew out of her nigger phase.
Right.
She's not doing that no more.
Completely out of your nigger phase because it just didn't work for you. But don't blame us. Don't do that shit at all. There ain't nothing wrong. Well, let me not be quiet. I mean, let me not say, because as I've said on the show, there's so many lyrics in rap today that I hear and I'm just like, oh, girl, really, Jesus? Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
That is awful. Sit on My Dick is not one of them. It's literally like on every rap song.
And that's not exclusive to rap.
It isn't.
So, it made no sense. The fact that even came out, I was just like
rap music is not the only genre of music or media
that
at
is
all
sexual or vulgar.
Right, that's sexual or vulgar. So the fact that you felt like, oh yeah, I really love that random folk song that your folk singer that you're talking about, but I like Kendrick Lamar's rap better than that other ghetto ass rap. Because I'm not that. I'm so not that, honey. Like, we get it. You're trying to change your image around so you can keep your little boyfriend because he wasn't trying to date Shanae. But leave the same hip hop that has been hip hop since creation the fuck alone. As much as it evolves and transforms and has new little subgenres and categories or whatever, hip hop at its core has been hip hop. And nobody, and I mean nobody, besides a couple of people at your team that lie, asked for Miley Cyrus to be a part of it. So shut your mouth when discussing other cultures. This is what gets you in trouble all the time. You feel like you can say whatever the fuck you... That's why Nicki cussed you out. I mean, well, that and because it was easy. But if you would have shut your ass up, you just feel like you can say whatever the fuck you want to and then want to come back and then try and apologize and all this other shit. Girl, we never saw it. We was trying to break open pinatas full of weed or whatever the fuck with Snoop Dogg and trying to get French Montana or whoever to justify the shit. Never, ever saw it. The bitch album was called Bangers with a Z.
Bangers. But now you too good for hip hop.
Sucking dicks on stage. But now, I'm so not that. Girl, please. Thank you. Right. Thank you for being so not that. That's what we were waiting for. Good riddance, piss off.
Go back to Party in the USA.
Ugh,
you can go right back to doing that.
No, because Claude Kelly wrote that and she may not have him either.
Well, I like Party in the USA. I'm not mad. I'm just saying Party in the USA is your lane. That's your lane.
Find somebody else to write that shit. Call up Yes Jules and ask her if she's ever written a song.
See, I still don't know who that is, and I won't look it up.
I don't either, so I'm guessing maybe I'm just guessing.
Because as far as I'm concerned, that's just another Miley. And I won't be bothered. I don't care who she is or what she does.
I literally have
will
never
not
heard of
Google
her.
her. I won't Twitter search. I don't care. Whatever it is, I don't give a shit. Because we already dealing with Miley Armitage. And I don't need to deal with no Jules Armitage also. Like, sis... And for you to be like, oh, well, fuck that other hip hop. Kendrick is where it's at because, ass and stretch marks and show me something natural. Like, Kendrick is still a nigger-ass nigger making that same horrible, terrible rap music that you claim to be so above. And, like, had you listened to anything other than that one bar, you would have known that. Because sis on the exact same song. The exact same song. Not to mention the rest of his album and any of his other albums. Like, you literally have no idea what you're talking about. You're just saying something to be saying.
You are just talking. And I encourage you to stop. I encourage you to
not do that anymore.
Don't do it anymore.
Yes,
please.
Absolutely.
I am absolutely with you. I fully support this, new Miley that just wears red bandanas in the back of her Daisy Dukes. But you can leave hip hop alone. We're so thankful that you're gone. That's one of the things that we can agree that you did, right. Mm-hmm. And on your way out, shut your ass up. That's all I'm saying.
And I agree with you. Absolutely. 100%.
Yep, that's it.
All right. That wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Don't forget, this week's episode is brought to you by Third Love. They use real people's measurements to create bras that fit better. So go ahead and try one of their 24/7 bras free for 30 days. If it's not your new favorite, return or exchange it for free. Just go to thirdlove.com/read now and try Third Love. Again, free for 30 days. That's thirdlove.com/READ.
Also, shout out to Dear White People, the new Netflix original series from Justin Simien, for supporting this week's episode. I've watched it. I love it. And I was actually, I can say, a little worried that it wasn't going to live up to the original film, which is an Independent Spirit Award winning film. Ooh. But it's so great. I love the topics. I laughed my ass off. I love the cinematography and the way that it's shot. It's great. Dear White People, classes are streaming now exclusively on Netflix. Go watch it if you want to get a great story, a funny story, an insightful story about, being black at a white Ivy League university, or
Lord,
just being black, honestly.
Really, just being black.
Ivy League, and community college, right? Maybe you can probably find. It don't even matter though,
right? Don't forget to check out our website. thisistheread.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr at This Is The Read. Do you have any news this week?
Yes, I do. Well, I guess on my own business tip first, I will say that I've got a show coming up here in New York City in 10 days. Don't know if it's sold out yet or not, but you can go to kidfurylive.com and get tickets. May 20th. Yay! I will be doing it at the New School. A week later, I will be in London. So if you're in London, you can get a ticket to come see me. Same website, kidfurylive.com. From there, I will say, two things I want to remind you. First of all, you can still send in Black Excellence submissions. I saw a couple people asking and saying they didn't know what the email was. It's thereadblack@gmail.com. If you are a part of the gaming community on PlayStation 4, Agents of Shade, I'm jumping back in there, accepting as many requests as I can, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be doing a contest or game giveaway on Friday. So look out for that. Shout out to my good sister DJ Dimples on her 10-year anniversary of Sweet Heat this past weekend. I had a blast, as I always do. So much fun, nonstop laughs, and it was a great time.
I got me a 10-year anniversary t-shirt so I could front like I've been to more than just that one time.
I mean, yeah.
But I had a great time also. So yeah, shout out to Dimples, because it was nice to get out of the city and just be around blackness and dykeness and all the rest. And then, of course, spending a lot of time on the beach was phenomenal. So always a good time in Miami. Thank you so much for your hospitality and your good things. It was kind of hard to come back to New York.
Yeah.
Because we literally sat on the flight left at 7:30 and we were like, we'll just stay on the beach till 5.
Good enough.
Do not want to leave.
Yeah.
And then I guess it was like a beach party that Monday anyway. So it was just so many dykes.
Between Sweet Heat and Rolling Loud in Miami this past weekend,
It was
I don't
so
even know
much
how
going
we made it
on.
out.
It was so much going on. So yeah, had a great time. What else do we have? Oh yeah, Andy Cohen's Then and Now. I totally forgot that we shot that.
Same. Like, I went home and the girls were like, you didn't say nothing about this.
You
I was
bitches didn't tell us. Like, oh, I actually
Honestly,
totally forgot.
I think we did it like late last year.
Right,
I
it
don't
was a
remember
while
that shit
ago.
at all,
So, but yeah, thanks you guys for the support. And yeah, that was us
and
talking about.
honestly, just quickly, I don't
Titanic.
care about the vloggers thing. Like the
Oh yeah,
vloggers.
they called us vloggers.
How dare they? White people don't do no kind of research. I was like, I thought it was funny personally because I was like, girl,
I mean,
when is the last time either one of us did a vlog?
right. I mean, it has to have been at least it's years.
Yes.
So, but whatever. We had fun talking about old shit. So, thanks, Andy. Love the work you're doing with the Housewives franchise. I gotta say,
And
I'm a fan.
If you're thinking about getting rid of Phaedra, I vote yes for that.
All right. Do we have an acronym this week? Man, shout out to that hour and a half. That did not happen.
LWS.
Is that
I
it?
don't know if I like that one.
That's not it, or
Yeah.
L-
Lie with sense.
Lie with sense.
If
Okay.
you don't tell a lie,
I was never gonna
bitch.
figure that out.
Like, do it with some sense, girl. With your dumb
Think
self.
your lie through, or just maybe don't be an evil, hateful person.
And
I
the
think
next
that's
thing
where
you
Phaedra
need to
fucked
tell
up.
us is where your top row really is.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next week.